Watch this.
Fader, what is you looking at? You were staring hard at the camera just then.
Oh, I'm sorry. What
were you just looking at, bro?
You're standing on.
You killed Luke, you bastard!
The backlash.
This is the Last Jedi all over again.
I told my son, I said, boy, watch the stream tonight, boy. Watch the stream. You're going to be proud of your old man. And what does he see? What does he see?
I don't hear it now.
Yeah, look at you. It was Fox this whole
It
time.
wasn't me.
Stand up. How's that happen?
You can't come back from that.
I think y'all did this on purpose to make me hope tonight. Just so y'all can do all of this.
Abu,
It
you
was
did
beautiful,
it, man. I'm
bro.
sorry.
You did it, Abu. What you done?
You have done that yourself. That's my boy. Oh, yeah.
Charlie likes checkers.
Oh, shoot. Well, that's me. Okay. Well, yeah. Let's see. Am I really ready for this? Am I?
Come on, Abu Nas. Give us another rap song.
All right. All right. Let's get it. Let's get the intro going. 1, 2, 3. It's on you, Faded. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of The Dark Council. Yeah, it's been a minute, but we're finally back. And once again, hosted by Fatal J. We got a crazy, crazy show for you tonight. So we can't wait to get it cracking. So everybody come and get into your seats. Let your brother Abu Nas get the party started like he always do. So let's do it. All right, now. We want to make you smile. We want to make you laugh. We want to do all of that. You know, that's how we do it on Wednesday night. So let's do it. Bring the alarm for the Simpson Uncle Tom. The soldiers of fortune coming back home from Nam. The best show on YouTube ready to bring the noise. Son and all these boys like their name was Roy. I'll be damned if you don't pass my exam. I like my girl sexy thick with candy yams. I'm rolling hard, baby, with the Dark Council clan. You don't like my peoples and your ass will be banned. For everyone else, we gon' rock this shit jam. So get up in your seats as fast as you can. The kings of the north, cowboys in the west. The beast in the east, the south where we rest. Got our shit together, we gonna pass the test. We disrespect your set and everything that you rap. The souls we collect, we gonna always protect. So get your ass in line, all hands up on deck. Let's go! Dark Council.
Might as well be on the winning team.
Yeah. Let's go! Dark Council.
Might as well be on the winning team.
Let's go! Dark Council.
Might as well be on the winning team.
Yeah. Let's go! Dark Council.
Might as well be on the winning team.
Wednesday night, we're gonna make it feel right. The sight be on sight, make you wanna hit them lights. We suffer through the bullshit so you don't have to do. We be breaking down all this pop culture news. You already know the half. This shit is straight trash. Nothing gets better, baby, than you'll do the math. Everything we know, we be happy to show. And when we got a jet, we be go till on the low. No time for the bullshit, taking too much time. We gon' give you what you need in order to shine. The Dark Council is that premier show since 2019. We be going with the flow, showing what we know, whether brave or you're bold, whether you're up in heaven or the hell down below. Either way, that's a cross we gon' bear. Yes, salute to the chat. Yeah, we're glad you all here. Let's go! Dark Council.
Might as well be on the winning team.
Yeah. Let's go! Dark Council.
Might as well be on the winning team.
Let's go! Dark Council.
Might as well be on the winning team.
Yeah. Let's go! Dark Council.
Might as well be on the winning team.
My crew is so lit, and I know it makes you sick. Like the NFL, baby, we the first round pick. The Machinai, commanding us all. The cold mind killer, get your backs off the wall. Walk with a C, always on the dean. His focus is hotter than a damn laser beam. Lord Callis, dropping all that lore. Rich with the knowledge, have Disney looking so poor. Drunk 3PO, always up in here. See your white go to sleep with her Canadian bear. Fatal J skills is beyond you. Holding us all down with that Ninja Blast too. Lorena Free, old producer of the year. Sexy and smart, God, you cannot compare. That's my crew in a nutshell. My dude is the Dark Council, baby, we gon' take you to school. Let's go! Dark Council.
Might as well be on the winning team.
Yeah. Let's go! Dark Council.
Might as well be on the winning team.
Let's go! Dark Council.
Might as well be on the winning team.
Yeah. Let's go! Dark Council.
Might as well be on the winning team.
Let's go! Dark Council.
Might as well be on the winning team.
Yeah. Let's go! Dark Council.
Might as well be on the winning team.
Let's go! Dark Council.
Might as well be on the winning team.
Yeah. Let's go! Dark Council.
Might as well be on the winning team.
that type of show, ladies and gentlemen. Get your nerves ready. Put your badass kids to bed, goddammit. All right, now. Let's do it. You wanna tap that dawn? Oh shit, here we go. Better go with what you know with everything that you hold. From sea to shining sea, you're not in my lead. And even if you was, you better drop to your knee. Say, please, Father God, don't let my ass get killed. This dude, Abu Nasser, and that boy keeps it real. Yeah, all hands on deck. Yeah, better get the check that your ass can't cash. Better give it to the rep. Stuck on checkers while I'm up playing chess. Yeah, the El Presidente gonna be that damn vet. Baby, sound boy, no time to cry. Cause you now realize that you cannot survive. I'm the landlord, baby, and your tenant with no lease. Yeah, fuck around again and you'll be out in the street. Never test the best that can rock the sound set. Now you learn your damn lesson, better now come correct. Go. Ooh. Dark Council, baby. The best in the streets on YouTube. Let's go. Oh my goodness. We lighten this up tonight. Gonna make it all feel right. Let's go, 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 go. I'm in my bag tonight. I know somebody in the chat like, I wonder how much I will not charge for beats. I tell you, young blood, situation, but it's not cheap. All right, now let's get this party started once again. Dark Council for the win.
Might as well be on the winning team.
Abu Nas, thank you for that excellent song. I had to cut the volume down because I didn't want my wife killing me hearing that woman making that sound like that. But this is a thing right here. I got a special rap from you too. Now, I suck at rapping, but here it goes. Abba dabba dabba, abba dabba D. Please smash like for me. Abba dabba dooba, abba dabba day. Smash like today. Smash that like button if you want me to stop rapping. Thank y'all so much for coming to the Dark Council show. It's over now. Bye.
That was fire, baby.
I had fun putting that together. Might as well be on the winning team. And that's the truth. That's the truth. Anybody that knows me, the Dark Council is the winning team. Don't fight it. Don't fight it.
I want to thank everybody for coming out to tonight's show. We have the incredible Dark Council with John 3PO, Lady Lorena Creole. We have Abu Nas. We have Mark with a C. Put that fist up for me. We got Demajanai. Hey, he better not go to sleep.
I gotta do it.
I don't know why y'all keep trying to say I go to sleep all the time. It was one time. Okay, maybe two times it happened.
It was more than one.
It's been a few times, bro.
One time, maybe two times, maybe.
Did you want to count the time when you got drunk and passed out and we heard you fall on the ground? You want to count that too?
Down, bro. I knocked over the drink, bro. I knocked over the drink. I said I knocked over the drink. I didn't fall anywhere.
Okay, I believe you.
You must have put that drink in like 8 pots and pans or something, because that crash was.
It was loud.
Sound like you fell down some stairs, bro.
It was loud. It was loud. Chris Karan, what up, Original Jedi? Glad you're here. Nemo, shout out to the memberships. Thank you so much for coming out. We got Demajanai up in here. We got Dark Shadow up in here. We got Lady Maureen up in here. Shout out to Lady Maureen. Shout out to Lady Maureen.
I caught something that Lady Maureen said that. Are you ever Abu or something like that? And I'm saying to myself, I was getting ready to respond. I was like, you know what, Lady Marie? Sometimes I even wonder, am I my real self? Or, there's a lot of doppelgangers running around here. So who the hell knows?
Hey, man, they try to duplicate you, but they can never. Hold on, what they say? They can imitate, but they can never duplicate.
Here it goes. It's Kang's fault.
We're going to be talking about that real soon, but before we talk about that, we didn't have a chance to talk about James Gunn DCU Slate, and I definitely want to see Abu response to that, as well as the panel. Nemo,
Oh,
thank you
boy.
so much. This young lady, she helps me out so much on my channel. Always sending contributions. Thank you so much. And for you helping me out so much, I have to give you something great. So here you go.
Now, everyone, I need you all to lend me your energy. Because you take that. You're really good.
Hello, chat. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate you. Let me see who we got to play here. We got Terminus EST in the building. Thank you, Terminus. We got my boy Steven up in here. What up, Steven? Appreciate you always coming through on the Dark Council side of the game. Thank you so much. We got Renee up in here. Look who we got up in here. We got Miss Teresa Martin. My bad, Miss Martin Muses.
Martin Muse.
Yeah. We got Mo Monty up in here. What up, Mo Monty?
Mo?
We got my boy Robert Wiles. Now, Robert Wiles, every time I think about you, I think about the Terror movie where the girl had that leg and she was blasting everybody with it. I don't know why, but I always associate that with you.
Hey, Robert.
Sorry for being wrong for that. Sorry for being discriminative. Black Superwoman, thank you so much. Black Superwoman, this was the first week I ever seen you post on one of my videos, and of course you came with that fire and made me feel absolutely bad about myself. You usually do. So thank you so much for coming through. Thank you so much.
True Slytherin, love you, my dear.
We got my boy
Slytherin. You gotta talk about that too, because you was
we gonna talk about all that
on Twitter. Had your avatar. I said to myself, "Yep, she gonna be a problem."
We gonna talk about all that. We're gonna talk about Hogwarts Legacy. We're gonna talk about Kang and Ant-Man and all that type of jazz. We're gonna be talking about Luke Skywalker on the funny side of the game. The Skittle, like Lorena said, Skittle Nation in the game. Okay.
I disavow all of that.
We're gonna also
give
talk
a Dark
about
Council shout out though, a Dark Council birthday shout out to the great John Williams. Today's his birthday.
All
Happy
right.
birthday to the maestro himself.
What would our lives be without John Williams, man?
I raised my glass, a toast.
Shout out to John Williams. I want to ask y'all this. What was your thoughts going through your head when you heard this for the first time?
Chills in my body. You ain't never gonna feel those types of things when you watch Star Wars ever again. The Lucas era was the true era. Point blank.
But what was your favorite John Williams score? Like out of all of them, man, you had Jaws, you had Close Encounters, Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
this dude been in the game for like every phase of our lives, man.
Even the Harry Potter movies.
I'm gonna have to say the joint for me. What's that? Duels of Fate.
Duel of Fate, man. You don't know the name of the song, bro? What's the matter with you?
I like to do it.
Get this guy out of here. He's fired. Get him out of here.
Well, I think I like the J way. I like the I like
Yeah, you can't
vocal
beat that,
line,
man, especially when you in the movies and you see
for the first time,
and Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn go at it. Oh my goodness,
just that whole fight was just intense, bro. And then you have Qui-Gon just sit down and start meditating during a fight.
Oh,
Who does
that? That was so badass. And
who does that though?
Pacing, just like, I can't wait to get my hands on you. Qui-Gon like meditating.
I mean, that was a true Jedi move, though, wasn't it? That was a true Jedi move. To be
patient. You knew when that final wall came down, somebody was gonna die. You know what I mean? I think they went through like 3 of them, right? Then when the last one came down, it was like, oh shit, here we go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Obi-Wan was just watching his master die. He couldn't do anything. Qui-Gon held his own, but Darth Maul was doing some slick moves, caught him in the belly, and that was it. And
back when lightsabers used to mean something,
in Obi-Wan's eyes that he was skating towards the dark side. He was like, he was just like breathing so hard, like I gotta get my hands on this motherfucker. And he came out like gangbusters.
Shout out to Robert Wiles.
Where was all that skill and power that Obi-Wan had back then? And you don't got
in his own damn.
I don't even
environment.
want to
don't talk about
Okay,
it.
I'm sorry.
That was Jake Kenobi.
Hey,
Taking
I'm gonna put it like this,
observation.
Abu. In my mind, that show did not exist. Okay,
That
And
is
then
the
it's just-
series that shall not be named.
That shall not.
Shout out to Robert Wiles with the $4.99. Let me blow it up real quick. For Wiles, he said, my surgery went well. They sent off what they found for testing to be safe. And I'm just trying to rest now and be blessed, everyone. Brother, I'm glad everything worked out well for you,
So
man.
glad.
You know? So just sit back and relax. Let us entertain you, brother. Thank you so much for coming out, even though you healing up. And heal up soon, brothers. So thank you so much.
God bless.
Let's see who we got. We got Phil TMT. We got Evan up in here. What up, Evan? We got my boy Sickness on the Snyderverse type of game. Thank you for coming out. Let's see who else we got in here. We got Dark Shadow. My boy right here, Mike has bad knees. Thank you for coming out, brother. Appreciate you. Always commenting on my videos. Really appreciate you, brother. I think I got everybody. Oh no, I didn't. Kai. Kai didn't want me to do this, but I have to tell shout out Kai. Kai is the one that always make those videos with Dark Council heads on everybody else's bodies and all those skits.
Well done.
Please get at my boy Kai. Be a client of Kai, because trust me, he's going to hook you up. He's going to make it entertaining. This dude is talented. Kai, I'm not sure if you got a channel. If he does have a channel, make sure to subscribe to him. Thank you so much, Kai.
Right there, bro.
Well, you know, sometimes people just got channels, but they don't put nothing on them, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got my boy.
Real talk. That intro was pretty dope with that samurai joint. Y'all like that?
Kai did that. That was Kai.
Yes.
He did that.
Fire.
Kai do all our joints. All I have to do is ask him, Kai, I need a new one, and bam, he drops it on me. You know, Roto, what up, Roto? I think I got everybody. Everybody. We got D Nice Gamer. What up, D Nice Gamer? I'm glad you here. And let's see, Sandro Franco, fastest like of my life. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're supposed to get into some topics. The first topic that we need to talk about, and I need to know everybody's opinion about this, especially Abu Nas, even though he going to make him a ham sandwich. He don't
do no ham. You need to set that back. Set that back.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
We don't do pork over here, bro.
I'm a man eating pork, bro.
I'll have the ham sandwich.
I forgot about that. Abu, he making a turkey sandwich. He's not making a ham
there
sandwich.
There you go. That's more correct.
Yeah.
But this is what we need to talk about real quick, real fast. James Gunn, DCU Slate just came out. He announced these titles right here. This is the titles right here. The first one that everybody has been anticipating on, Superman Legacy. We don't know who's going to be the actors so far, but Superman Legacy is going to be the first one in the DCU of James Gunn universe. Then we got Batman Brave and the Bold. Now, it's going to be a twist to this one because not only are you having Batman, but you're having Damian Wayans at the same time. Paradise Lost. This is going to be an Amazonian type of show before Wonder Woman was even born. We got a Green Lantern series is coming out starring Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. And these guys, this is gonna be like True Detective. They're gonna be like detectives in the universe, and most of the scenes are gonna be in space, and some of them is gonna be on Earth. The next one we got up is Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. Another one we got is Booster Gold. I'm not sure if everybody's familiar with Booster Gold, but I think the right person to play that role would be a Chris Pratt type of person. And James Gunn have said that he's going to get some of that Guardians of the Galaxy cast to be at the DCU once Guardians of the Galaxy is over. Lorena, can you click that arrow? It's a TV series. Those was the movies, and then we're gonna show the TV series as well.
Which one here? Sorry.
Yeah. It should be an arrow right there where the Green Lanterns are.
Oh, there we go. Sorry.
Oh, and okay. Now Swamp Thing, we have Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing is going to be, I want to say a movie. It's going to be a movie. We got Creature Commandos. That's going to be an animation TV series. We got The Authority. That's going to be a movie. Those are going to be like the bad guys in the DCU. We got a Amanda Waller TV series that's coming out. And that's about it. Oh, and we got Batman 2 that's supposed to be coming out. That's going to be Elseworld, because a lot of people are asking, why is it multiple Batmans? Well, James Gunn said it's going to be an Elseworld going on. So you're going to have your Batman over here. You're going to have this Batman in the DCU. And then we're going to have Aquaman 3 come out. Aquaman 3, I'm not sure if that Aquaman 3 is legit yet. We have to see what Aquaman 2, because they're talking about Jason Momoa being Lobo in James Gunn new DCU. Now I'm done talking. Everybody discuss.
Amanda Waller? Is that like
Waller.
a TV show?
Well,
Yeah.
TV show, right?
But it's supposed to tie in everything into James Gunn new DCU. So she could be dealing with what's the team? Suicide Squad. She could be dealing with Harley Quinn over here. It's supposed to tie everything together before the Superman Legacy movie come out.
Is that what it is? Huh.
Honestly, she wasn't okay of enough character, but her character was so much of a trope. You could swipe out with anybody. So I don't really see that series really growing too many legs, so to speak. I mean, Peacemaker, that was different.
Did you like Peacemaker, Lorena?
I watched only one episode. I wasn't too thrilled with it. I said I'll put a pin in it and come back and watch it later. I happen to like John Cena. The jokes were kind of funny, but it was a little too, I don't know.
Sexual.
It was too what?
A little sexual.
Yeah, that too. So anyway, yeah. I mean, but I would rather see a Peacemaker. I would rather sit through Peacemaker. That made sense. But Amanda Waller, what is it? What about her is all that interesting? I don't.
It's just because she's Viola Davis, I think. Since they got Viola Davis, they're going to capitalize on that.
Yeah,
but I'm not feeling that.
But Viola Davis, she considered to be an A-list star, right?
Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's
she won Oscars and stuff, man. She was crying and the snot was coming out. It's like she's talented, you know.
Yeah,
she is. But then again, it's just like depends on how the writing is going to be with that. But on face value, I would skip. I would rather go watch Swamp Thing. Honestly, that's got my attention.
Now, Mr. Drunk 3, you've been quiet for a while. What do you think about this slate? Are you excited? Are you excited or you don't care?
I think, first of all, sorry for all those months where I teased y'all Snyder heads that the Snyderverse was never coming back. And y'all were like, no, it's coming back. New management is coming back. And then it just never came back. So I feel your pain. Sorry about that. Second, I think no matter what they do, they have got to hit Superman out of the park. They hit a grand slam with Superman. All this other stuff will fall in line perfectly. I think it will fall in line perfectly because people will be like, they got Superman right. Let's check out everything else. If Superman is terrible, this stuff is gonna just like it. That's just my personal opinion. I just think it will. I mean, Batman 2, they can't mess up. Superman and Batman are their two bigs. They got to get that right. They got to get that as right. I mean, and then the Batman story that they're using is relatively new, with the Robin that's actually Batman's son, who is an assassin who tries to kill. He tries to kill his father,
Talia al Ghul.
Yeah, so so they're gonna kind of intertwine that stuff, and but I think if he gets Superman and Batman right, and at least for like the top of the line normies and everything else, I think the rest will be very successful. I'm with Lorena too. The most thing that got me excited was Swamp Thing. I was like, give me a horror Swamp Thing. Like they said everything right for me for Swamp Thing. Horror, dark, this and that. I was like, okay. No comedy with Swamp Thing. That's a nasty, dark story. Like if you read the comics, it's deep and dark, and there's no joke near that thing. Like you put your jokes over there. Like there's no jokes joking in that. So,
But
we'll
this is
see
the
what
thing that
happens.
won me over too, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, he all the titles that he announced, he attached it to some kind of niche or genre currently going on in film. So, like the Amazon thing, the Paradox Lost with all the women, he associated that with that's going to be a Game of Thrones type show. Like you said, Drunk, he said the Swamp Thing is going to be like a horror movie. He said that the Green Lantern, that's gonna be like True Detective. I don't know if you guys ever seen
Oh,
True
wait, can I?
Detective, but that's a dope show. Go ahead, Drunk.
Soul Assassin in the chat says whoever plays Superman's gonna have to deal with Cavill and Snyder fans. That happens every time there's a new actor.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck had to deal with it. We all trash Ben Affleck. He's gonna suck, and then he was like the best. And then it just doesn't matter who it is. That's just how it's gonna be. Every new actor that plays these roles deals with the fan base before. But again, if they get it right, everybody will be like, well, I was wrong about that one, just like a lot of people did with Ben and Cavill. Listen, when Cavill stepped in too, they were just like, I don't know about this guy. Y'all don't remember that, but it was just like
Drunk. I remember when Gal Gadot was cast as Wonder Woman. They said she was too skinny.
The guy who played Superman in Superman Returns, people were trying to get him to come back and play in the new universe. So you remember that they threw in a movie.
You mean the dude? Oh my God.
Yeah, he's a nobody.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. And so they were like, no,
yeah.
he's Superman. Bring him back. And then they're like, no, we got this Cavill guy. And they're like,
Brandon Routh. Yeah, thank you.
Brandon Ruth. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just
Superman. He's a good Superman.
Yeah, it's just a constant. It doesn't matter who's gonna do it. It's they got to be ready to deal with that type of pressure, and if they do it right, I think they'll be okay.
Now, I know you guys are mostly Marvel heads and Marvel fans. Is there any of these movies or TV series you guys want to see, like anticipated for, or y'all could give a crap about?
Yeah, Swamp Thing, Batman 2, the Superman movie. Yeah.
Okay, so you excited about Batman 2. Did you care for Batman 1? You enjoyed that?
Yeah, I liked it. I actually one of the few people that actually liked the Joker.
Oh, Joker was dope. The Joker solo movie.
Yeah, I thought the Joker was excellent. A nerdy kid like that. I thought that was like perfect for. I thought that was like perfect.
He was all right.
Mark, is there anything you looking forward to?
The Brave and the Bold kind of has me curious.
Oh my God, not the Joker. Who did I say? Who was oh my God.
Jared Leto?
No.
The Batman?
Who was the villain in the Batman? It was Penguin.
Oh yeah, Penguin.
It was Penguin.
Riddler.
The Riddler. That's what I meant. I said I enjoyed the Riddler. Sorry about that. I'm one of the few people that enjoyed the Riddler. My bad. Dear God. I had a major brain fart.
Yeah, it's okay. I knew who you were talking about, and I didn't like him.
It just I don't know, man. I just want the fun. You know what I mean? It's like I'm kind of over the darkness and stuff. I really am. I mean, it's got a place, but really, I feel like if you can get good family entertainment, it doesn't have to be wholesome. It doesn't have to be squeaky clean, but I just feel like you got to have something to bring families out, not just something for us as grown folk. You know what I mean? Like you're talking about DC. DC has always been fun in the comics. So I'm just saying, man, it's like you can't overlook that. You know, and you know what I mean? I don't know.
I agree because first of all, because I'm a normie, they have to, just like Jay was saying, they have to knock Superman out of the park for me. I mean, Zach had his vision and everything, but I prefer a more optimistic Superman. Like I actually liked the new Superman and Lois series on the CW. I was surprised how good that was, and I liked that particular portrayal of Superman. So if they get back to that, then they have me, you know, as a fan. But Superman is probably the main thing if they do it right. That I would straight up give a chance to, because it's just like I want to see that. Well, Batman.
I did hear.
We'll see.
I did hear that Sam Smith is in talks to be the new Superman, so you never know.
Man.
Without the
That
trunks.
that Grammys. Did y'all see the Grammys?
I did
No.
not. I
Hell no,
refuse
I
to
ain't
watch
watching
it.
that.
I refuse
Man,
to
that
watch
was
it.
the demonic satanic.
Yes, it was.
Filth.
It was out in the open. It's been there in plain sight, but they just
It's always been rumors,
ripped the
Illuminati, and all
mask
that type of stuff.
You know what?
You know?
Somebody who was it? I think Eddie Griffin said. He said, "What do y'all think when y'all see this?" I said, Sephiroth summon the meteor. That's what I feel like when I seen that. Summon a meteor.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a hot mess. I saw clips.
Yeah.
I never watched the award show because that's just
the last time I
don't-
watched an award show. I could honestly say, like for real, like sat and watched it, was actually excited for it. Was when Michael Jackson did the moonwalk. That's when I was actually excited to do. That's how long ago I actually watched it.
Bro, you
That was
remember
a long
that?
time ago, bruh.
I know. That's how long.
But-
They don't mean anything to me.
But the Grammys, they've always been on that satanic stuff, man. It's just this one was just right there for everybody, man. They weren't making no apologies for it at all.
Mask was
So
off.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Terminus,
The,
thank you
the
so much for the
50-year
$5. Go ahead, Mark.
Nah, the 50-year hip hop anniversary thing was cool. It was all right. You know, it didn't knock my socks off, but it was okay.
Yeah. That's the man.
Anybody
That's
else see that?
demonic. I was watching them clips. I had to hurry up and turn that off, man. I was like, oh, I don't want nothing jumping on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. He was flashing like signs, hand signs and all that stuff. It's like I read up on that. So dude was definitely.
And I'm looking at Jay-Z performance. He doing like the last supper. I'm like, bro, that's too much.
Well,
that's
you
I
know
didn't even
about
watch
that.
any of that. I don't even know what y'all talking about. You know what
Man,
I was
don't
doing?
watch it, D.
I'm
Because
not going to. You know what I was watching? Anime, something that entertains me.
Because
That's
I'm
what I
like
was watching.
Mark. I'm like Mark D. You'll end up watching that, and then you'll wake up and hear some in your room say, "Get out!"
Right? You don't know what kind of spells they might be casting on you. That's real, man.
For real. Terminus, thank you
be
so much
so
for the $5.
Everyone, I need you all to lend me your energy. I know what you think that. You're good.
Yeah, Igor. Buster killed it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Fatal.
I can't picture Fatal starting his own rap group, Fatal J and the Wit Nasty Boo Boos.
Oh.
But whereas you at this topic was for you, and you're not even here. What are you doing? Jeez Louise, this man here is something else. Abu
He's
Nas the
handling
Great.
business.
This is the time of the segment of the show where we predict what Abu Nas is doing right now. Now, he could be shooting another video and talking about cooking and how he's cooking breakfast in the morning. What do you guys think Abu Nas is doing right now?
Boo boo.
Probably dad stuff, regulating.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Abu Nas, he's such a good guy. I'm gonna tell you who else is such a good person. Teresa Martin, thank you so much for the 99 super chat. Here you go, my friend. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Are you guys excited about this movie right here?
I'm actually going to go see it. By the way, you're just going to
Okay.
skip over me about what I felt about the DC.
Oh, I'm
stuff.
sorry, D. Go ahead. Go ahead. I didn't know. I thought he said his piece already. Go ahead, D.
When did you hear me say my piece?
I thought you were talking about all the type of stuff in DC and all that type of stuff. My bad.
You
Go
all
ahead,
right there,
my friend.
bro? You all right? You all right over there?
Yeah, I'm on something right now. You know, go ahead.
Anyway, fatal that. I agree with everybody here. They definitely need to get Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman right. I am disappointed they're not going to get Henry Cavill, but that is what it is. Honestly, to be 100% with you, my excitement for superhero movies in general is not as high as it used to be. It's just overall, because I just think that when you have something that's been DC's been a hot mess. Marvel's going down a hot mess. So it's just like nobody's really getting me excited. Now I am now to segue to what you're gonna be going into, Ant-Man Quantumania. I'm gonna go see it. I'm still not sold on Kang being a bigger bad than Thanos, but we'll see what they're gonna do.
Okay. Yeah, that's the next topic we're gonna be talking about is Ant-Man. This comes out next week, I believe, right? Next week?
The next Thursday. Well,
next.
Previews
The
next
14th.
Thursday.
Yes, next year, 17th.
16th.
16th. Yeah. You can probably
Now,
get the Thursday night showing.
I have seen several people say, now they did say the same thing. They said two things about this show. They said Kane did an outstanding performance, which I'm pretty sure because Jonathan Majors is dope. Mark with a C put me on to this guy, Pause, in that Western movie on Netflix. He's a spectacular actor. And then they're saying this feels like a new chapter, like it feels different from Phase 4. Now,
it is. It's the start of Phase 5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did I say Phase 4 or 5? I'm sorry.
Phase 4. It's all right.
Yeah.
We knew it.
It's all good. We knew it. Yeah. We're with you, bro.
I know I'm slipping. Junk 3PO did come out with a video where it's some critiques about it. They're saying it's skippable, it's boring, and I don't know which one to pick because when it comes to Marvel, these days they're letting people down.
Now,
so
I will agree with you on that. They are letting people down, but here's the catch-22 to that. They're saying the people who did the early reviews are saying that. So usually they kiss butt. So my thing is, if they're saying it's kind of skippable, it means it's probably the opposite. I'm just saying, because usually whenever those paid shills go out there, whatever they say is usually the opposite. Remember a lot of people didn't like Black Adam. I enjoyed Black Adam. It didn't make the money it needed to make, but I enjoyed it, and a lot of people was hating on it. So that's how I feel about this.
So what is mostly everybody saying? They saying it's dope, or they saying it's boring?
They said that the biggest problem that the reviews that I've read that concern me is that you can't enjoy this movie yet. That it's not a standalone film, that it's going to be part of it's a small part of a bigger puzzle. And that's what frustrates people is that now Disney's in this, or Marvel MCU is making films where now you gotta watch this one to make that sense and this one to make this and then that one. So it's like consume the next one, consume the next one, consume the next one. There was one reviewer that just said, listen, if you wait long enough, you'll watch the end credit scene on YouTube and you'll know exactly what this movie's all about. So
wow.
It's already up?
No, it's not. I haven't seen it. I look for it, but actually, I'm gonna challenge you on that, Damaj and I. Usually, the paid shills, the 2 weeks before, the ones that usually get this early, always say positive things. It's a certain. We saw this with Ring of Power, with She-Hulk, with all these films. They always say something positive because they want to keep that access. But I totally get what you're saying. If a shill hates it, it's usually good. I totally get what you're saying. And for some reason, these weird this when they come out really early like this, if you look at their tweets, it's all the same. It's hashtag Ant-Man the Quantum Realm. They got to use a GIF of the movie or a photo of the film in their review on Twitter. And it's usually, this is spectacular, and then this actor knocked it out of the park. It's almost like printable. And we saw this with every show that came out. And so for this one to be a little different, Scott Mendelson, who loves everything, even he hated it, which is
I saw that.
Weird for me that he hated it because he's like,
he's the shilliest of all shills.
It's hard. That dude just consumes everything, and it's like
consumer.
I don't.
You know what Scott Middleton said? You know what Scott Middleton said? He said all you have to do is watch Loki. The Loki on Disney Plus, and that's basically this movie.
Well, if that's
crazy.
If that's the case, then basically all they're saying is that when Kang shows up, that Kang is good. So, all right, I'm gonna break this down real quick
break it down, brother.
So, Kang and Loki was trying to keep people from killing him because he was holding back more powerful Kangs, but they killed him anyway. So now powerful Kangs are coming to different universes.
Hold
So
on, you moving too fast. this came from Ant-Man is trying to hold the other Kang.
No. This is from that's from Loki. So if this is,
but is that the original Kang that's in Loki?
We have no idea.
He was the last standing Kang. That's basically what it was.
Okay, but that came on the TVC or whatever they call, right? No, he the leader of them.
There's
the
no
time
really,
people.
It's I don't know.
It's a variant.
He was basically keeping all of the timeline. He was keeping the main continuity in check.
So, but you know the time police.
Yeah, he was kind of.
He's the leader of them, right?
Technically speaking, yes. He was. Okay. He was like the shadow boss. Like they really didn't know who was in charge.
Yeah,
he was the one in charge. So
he was keeping. So basically, in every I don't know. I hope they explain it to where normies will understand. Basically, Kang, he is in every single realm. His whole thing is to copy himself and let him rule these other dimensions with the technology. So basically, he can rule Earth. Because he'll use technology from some other time period that's dominant, come to Earth and rule Earth because he's more powerful than anything. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So he will conduct himself in a way he'll like, all right, how does this universe run? Okay, it's run on this. So he'll go somewhere else to figure out a way on how, because he's super intelligent, to figure out a way on how he can be as powerful or more powerful than anybody in this universe, and then he'll rule the universe. But there's also different variants of Kang that are really, really evil. Mm-hmm. So if he's saying that Ant-Man is like Loki, then all I could think is, and I don't know because I haven't seen the movie, is that this Kang can't be killed because if he's killed, then a more powerful Kang will show up. So if he's killed at the end of Ant-Man, right, and just like in Loki, then they've opened up then Ant-Man has opened up this realm where someone more powerful can come and destroy. That's the best way I could try to describe it. But they also say MODOK. Oh, that's saying that right?
MODOK. Yeah, MODOK.
That MODOK is like his character is played out. It sucks. So it's like they didn't do him right. And he's supposed to be a nasty like he's supposed to be
MODOK
nasty in the comics, man. He's nasty.
But they said MODOK isn't MODOK the bald-headed man?
No, he I don't know how they're gonna do it in this, but he's just a big
is
head.
Supposed to be the bald-headed man though from Ant-Man 1, right? I'm talking about in the MCU,
maybe
not the comics.
They might have. I don't know.
No, because I actually saw they showed his face. Like, you know how he got the mask.
Yeah.
But he can take the mask off.
The problem that we're having,
bald-headed man.
The terrible problem that we're having here is Marvel stepped into the multiverse, which means they could kill Iron Man and he can come back. Like they stepped into the, like, I hate that they did this. They only brought the multiverse in the comics, and we could talk about this for 3 hours, but basically to help reset some things so they can make different stories. I don't know if that makes sense. So the fact that that's now in the movies, it gives them, it's like a time machine. It gives them a pass. And
I knew they were going to do that.
That kind of sucks because
so nothing really matters at all.
Exactly.
That's probably around the time I quit reading the comics.
Because now they can go to another universe and get Black Widow and be like, hey, we need you. We need your skill. Come back. And she's fine.
They actually did that in What If. Remember? That's how they.
Yeah, but I'm just saying now with the multiverse and the quantum realm and all that stuff. And so what I'm afraid is going to happen is whatever movie comes after Ant-Man, because this is the kickoff of 5. And I'm sorry, I'm talking so much, but
I need to know this because I'm not really Marvel like that.
Whatever happens, because I think Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is going to be a standalone conclusion. I don't think that's going to have too much to do with what's going on, except for maybe Chris Pratt's character. But because I think Drax dies and Raccoon dies.
James Gunn said this is it for the cast. This is it.
I think die. That's true. So they might sail off into the sunset after this. But
they're going over to DC, all of them.
Yeah.
So what happened? What could possibly happen is someone could get like sucked into this realm, and all the Avengers will be there again, like it's nothing. And then they're gonna have to like explain to Captain America, like, hey, this guy's not good. He's this and that. It could get, however they go with it, it could get crazy. But that cracks the door into the Secret Wars. So then you get into the Secret Wars where this entity brings everyone together.
Yep.
And they just fight, and there's a war that's away from all the universes, and whoever comes out on top is in charge. So it's probably where they're heading with the whole thing.
Too bad they won't have that nice symbiote there for Spider-Man to get it, because that's where he got it in the Secret War.
That's where he got the dark suit.
But I will say this, to piggyback on what you were saying, Drunk. They literally just did that with Multiverse of Madness, because Multiverse of Madness was technically WandaVision Part 2. So that's kind of what they kind of saying is like, if you watch Loki, you're gonna understand Quantumania. So it's like they're taking that specific, Disney Plus show and connecting it to a movie, which in theory sounds great if they would have did that, like that's what they were supposed to do. Remember when they said everything was all connected back in phase 1, 2, and 3, and they really didn't stick the landing with that. So it's like they're trying to do that now, but it's like now you're doing it with not necessarily the characters everybody wanted to know about now. So,
but all of those movies were entertaining as individual movies.
Yeah,
so even if you weren't invested in the big picture, if you didn't sit and wait for the after credit scene, you still enjoyed the movie. Mm-hmm. This is not like that. Now it's like required viewing that you see this in order to connect that dot and all of that. Nobody's got time for all that now, man.
Mm-hmm.
No, but that's the stupid part of Marvel right now, is because they think that's going to make them money, because people are going to want to see what happens next. But we're not, because you're right. It's like, it's too much. It's too much, because Disney just announced today that they lost like 2 billion. I don't know what it was, 2 billion or some million subscribers off Disney Plus. That people are leaving that. They're leaving that apps, and they're leaving that streaming service in like drones. And so because of that, Disney's firing 7,000 people, and he said he's got to make drastic changes. And it's crazy because Star Wars and Marvel were basically the two IPs that were supposed to keep people on Disney Plus, and it ain't working. Yeah, it's not. That's why I tweeted out. I tweeted out, I was like, how's Star Wars working out for you? Like, now that they've lost all these subscribers. So they were those. That's why we haven't had a Star Wars movie, because their job was supposed to keep people on Disney Plus, and they're not doing it. People are leaving like crazy. And
Mark, didn't you post this? The segue what Drunk saying, Mark, didn't you show a post where it said Star Wars is damaged? So what they're gonna do is bring Grogu and Rey to the front.
Right. That's gonna help.
How's that gonna fit Star Wars?
Who stands up in a meeting and says, we need more Rey? Come on, bro.
Apparently they did.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's the
really. I believe it.
Wow. You know what? Do it. Do it now. I want them to do it. That's content.
They trying to drive it to the ground. They trying to drive it to the ground, bro.
Content.
You know how absurd it is to have Rey walking around, like, if you continue her story, I'm Rey Skywalker. I'm Rey Skywalker. Like, that was cool for the end of that crap movie,
it
maybe.
Wasn't cool at all.
But yeah, I'm just saying, for some people who was like, yay, it's Rey Skywalker empowerment for women. You know what I mean? But the reality of it is, you're not going to carry that character now, calling herself Rey Skywalker, and it's just not going to be sickening for everybody. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work. I don't see where they could go with this character.
I mean, she is all a Jedi.
She's all the
Jedi.
She has unlimited power.
All the Jedi, and
because she's a Palpatine, and there's nobody who's gonna beat her. Like, she didn't lose once. And I don't want anybody to say, again, I don't want to hear anything. Oh, she died in the end. That, you call that died? She got knocked out for like 5 seconds. That was it. That wasn't a death. That was a knockout.
It's all about Ray. They're gonna do the opening crawl. It's just gonna say Ray, and that's it.
Well,
yeah, Ray, a Star Wars story.
rumor Walt Disney
can't.
executives see Star Wars brand as damaged and allegedly have new plan involving Ray and Baby Yoda. Is Baby Yoda really selling like that?
I mean, Baby Yoda, I can kind of understand because that little booger, his merch sells like hotcakes.
That's
They
great,
just
but that
slap
doesn't do
Baby
anything
Yoda
for
on
me.
there. It's not. I hate to sound like Brie Larson, but it's not meant for you.
No,
This
I
is
know.
exactly
I
how
know,
they
I know it's
think.
not meant for me.
This is exactly how they think. They think that all
but
they
here's the
have to
problem.
do is lean on merchandising to sell. Because before all of this, it wasn't merchandise that sold Star Wars. Star Wars sold merchandise because
Correct.
Star Wars was tight like that. Now you have these executives at Disney where they're no longer about storytelling. Disney used to be about storytelling. Now it's about merchandise. So instead of fixing the problem, guess what? We're going to push this little green booger into every single merchandise crevice that we have, down to Halloween costumes for your dog. That's pretty much it. It
The
makes
little gremlin
zero
can't even
sense.
talk though. How is he the future of Star Wars? He can't talk.
Nope.
He can't
I
do
don't get
anything. It's like Minions. You know, you're watching Minions. Okay, they're cute. You know, how many movies can you get out of that? And Grogu's the same way.
Y'all think he gonna talk in Mandalorian 3?
He gonna have to start talking at some point.
I don't even care. I want him
Maybe
to
we'll
blow
get a
up,
dad by
frankly,
the
by
end of
now.
the season.
Here's the deal, Lorena, 100%. It's not meant for me. But here's the problem, and this is the fundamental problem that I said from the jump. By them ignoring the people that's on this panel, you're ignoring the people that we could be bringing in. Because guess what? Star Wars isn't like Marvel. Kids nowadays will go more for Marvel than Star Wars.
Absolutely.
To be 100%. So if you're not capturing the people on this panel, that's all my little cousins and everything that I used to pump up Star Wars for. They're not getting that from me anymore. So guess what? That's a whole bunch of kids that I could have been taking to see Star Wars that you're not getting that money from. So forget about just me. I can bring 10 other people with me if you had me. That one person that you're ignoring is really 10, 11 people that you're ignoring. Just think of it like that.
They're only going to pay attention to you right now. They're only going to pay attention to you when they want to move Star Wars merchandise. And that's when you start seeing stuff like Darth Vader being dragged out into the parks when you haven't seen him for years. When they start pushing all of this original trilogy merch that they know as soon as they push it, it's going to sell out. That's the only time that they care. But you are absolutely right, Damaj and I. Absolutely right. They got short-sighted, and instead of feeding into the original base that was organic, because like Star Wars weekends that they used to have at Hollywood studios, people had their kids, their grandkids. It was like a convention. I mean, it was great. It was organic. People bought stuff. It was that kind of feeling. Now that feeling isn't there anymore.
Well, here's the question. What are they doing for Black History Month? Drunk, remember when you went in there and they had all of the Lando Calrissian action figures and all that stuff? Are they doing that in the park? The Black Wookiee, something? Like, what are they doing?
The Black Wookiee.
Right
Black
now it's
The
Reva
Black
and
Wookiee.
Lando.
It's Reva.
Yeah.
It's Reva?
Really?
I'm sure that's a hot seller.
He said the Black Wookiee.
Yeah, and listen, let me correct something. Because Sean in the chat is correct. I just wanted to make sure I said the right thing. It says Disney lost 2.4 million subscribers, and that had to do with India. Hold on, that had to do with India because they lost some kind of sporting. But in America,
they lost.
Yeah, in America they did gain 200,000. In America and Canada, they gained 200,000 more subs. But Hulu gained, but they still lost $1.8 billion in revenue.
I'm like, Usher, let it burn.
From the streaming service. So they did lose from the streaming service, but they did gain 200,000 streamers in Canada and America. So I wanted to correct that. because I said it was
Now,
wrong.
now, drunk, you the Hollywood man. You got your 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Let me ask you a question. These numbers, these terrible numbers that we see on Disney, Star Wars, are they going to get it together now, or they're going to keep driving it to the ground with this content?
My thing is this: like this past, the past since Rise of Skywalker, I just don't know what Star Wars is bringing in as far as profit. The hotel can't keep anybody in it. They're actually canceling some of the weeks because they can't fill anyone to the Star Wars hotel. Disney Plus is losing not millions but billions of dollars. Disney has to fire 7,000 people to try to help cut costs. They announced that today. And then now, like, they came out and made Luke and Obi-Wan part of the LGBTQ community, which is upset so many.
Drunk just killing all the top, going through all the topics.
I'm just saying. Like,
no, we're gonna talk about that too.
It's all part of it. So it's like, I hate to say it, for me, like, I love Star Wars, but I just don't care anymore. Like, I don't even care to talk about the old stuff anymore. It's just sad, because man. It's like, yeah, my friend X-Wing tries to pull me on his, like, we talk. I promised him I'd do that because he was like, dude, you got to find some positivity back in it. And it's just like, the more they destroy these characters with their stupidity and politics and agenda driven and all this stuff, it's like, it's not even fun to watch it anymore. It's not even fun. The lady, how they made Luke bisexual was this lady who, the lady who wrote this story. It's called Luke on the Bright Side, which came out in 2020. It's a story of Luke Skywalker, so it's canon, where him and this guy were trapped in the snow, and he had feelings for him, and it wasn't even that big. But this is the same. There's a whole history with this lady who keeps getting hired, and this is the problem too. It's like, this is who Lucasfilm hires. And they know these people. She has come out multiple times, and Data Racer had a shout out to him, had all her tweets. She's just like, anytime I get a chance to write a story, I'm going to inject LGBTQ stuff on those characters.
That's right.
And so it's just like a constant, like, this is what they want to do with these characters. And it's like, and, you know, I did a video on it, and the comments were just like, why do you care? Who cares if he's gay? Who cares? Because he's not gay. Luke is not gay, and it never had anything to do with his sexual preference. And we have to, and I'm not talking EU. Let's just take the original trilogy of who Luke Skywalker was. Had nothing to do with like sexual preferences or anything, but they keep injecting this stuff into Star Wars. And, you know, you could say, Jay, you're old fashioned or whatever, it's fine. But I don't think drag panels should be allowed at Star Wars Celebration. I think that's disgusting. And they're changing the language of what a drag panel is. They're trying to say it's just cosplay. It's just cosplay. There's children at these events. There's freaking children. If you wanted to do an adult, there's a Star Wars burlesque show. And that's fine if you want to do it. There's no children there. It's an adult. You got to be an adult to buy a ticket. Fine. I think this should be handled the same way. No, there's children going to be there, and you're gonna parade drag people in front of kids. And now this stuff comes out where it's Luke and Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan had feelings for a guy, and he kissed a guy apparently in one of these recent stories. So now he's bisexual. The Jedi had nothing to do with sexual stuff, yet they keep injecting it in these stories. And it's like, I have never seen a franchise just crashed and burned like so. At least Marvel is still holding on. You know, they're at least they're pumping out movies. They're trying to keep a story. Star Wars is just like it. I can't believe you had the number one IP in the world in your hands, and this is what you want to do with it. It's I can't believe it. And so now it's like, this is why I wrote a book. Because kids don't need to be reading this kind of stuff, man.
You know, like, what's so sad? All of this dumb shit that I'm seeing makes me even appreciate the show Andor even more. There is absolutely
And why is that?
none.
Speak on that, Abu.
There is absolutely no type of filth, no type of all types of identity politics behind it. This is a gritty, grimy story of the boots.
Yeah, but
on the
Abu Nas,
ground.
that's how they get you in. They get you in to watch the show, and then they're like, "Hey, don't forget, Luke's gay now, and Obi-Wan's bisexual."
And that's very true. That's very true.
So it's at least I had. That's like me saying, "Well, I'll just watch the old 6 films." But it's like we all know what happens. It's like this is where they're driving these characters into the dirt, and it's
you're absolutely right.
Pathetic. But I hear exactly what you're saying. It's
like I said, I watched the whole Andor series. Excuse me, this past weekend, and
without falling asleep.
Huh?
You the man, bro.
No,
you watched the whole thing without falling asleep.
Not falling asleep because I was really paying attention the second time. You got to give it a look because now you don't have to worry about it's over and then you got to wait for something. No, I literally watched the entire thing and I said, "Holy shit! I've seen something new. I felt something even more in terms of the gravitas of how their acting was." And it just now I'm having a much better appreciation. Now, mind you, it still could have helped with the speeding up process. I even saw Critical Drinker's video. He said he loved it just the same way as I did. It could have been sped up, but holy fucking shit. This is the type of thing that after everything we've seen here, Andor was a breath of fresh air. And a lot of people was really missing out on it. But it's okay because everybody was hurt. Everybody was, put to the torch. For the the Skittles.
Well, it's not that. It's like Book of Boba Fett, Kenobi. We were just like
people
just checked out, man. We pulled the plug on it, and it's just like
right.
It's just like and that's what I kept hearing. Andor is the best Star Wars show that no one is watching because we have checked out.
Yeah, you're right.
So now I'm curious. I am curious to see. I am not going to watch it. I have my own personal reasons.
Yeah.
When it comes to Mandalorian 3, I'm sure everyone can guess, but it's like I'm just curious on their numbers. I wonder if Mandalorian is going to bring people back to Star Wars because a lot of people they want to see Baby Yoda. But if Mando 3's numbers are not as good, they have a serious problem. They will have a serious problem. And but it's just that's just me. Like it could do great. It could do great and set records and all that stuff. And
I apologize, everybody, for me going so long. I had a call from my supervisor. I kind of messed up again, and she kind of caught it as she was doing the.
Well, don't put yourself on blast in front of the world. I both say that.
I corrected it. But I hated the fact because I was still listening to you guys. I just had it on low, so I was up here typing.
We didn't cover that much, and we pretty much got an idea of what you think about this stuff anyway. Because when it comes to James Gunn DCU,
the James Gunn thing I already spoke. As a matter of fact,
we know you already feel about that, Abu. And we know how you feel about Ant-Man. You're not gonna watch it until years later. So,
you know what's so funny? Everybody in the chat, I just put a link down because I was on Sil's channel when the slate came out, and me and him had a ball screaming on this shit. So if you want to hear what I really feel, go watch the video. You're gonna have a lot of laughs, trust me. But everybody that said on the panel, James Gunn is rolling the dice. Everybody, Superman. It's just like you said, Lorena. Superman got to really hit the mark. If it don't hit the mark,
let me ask you a question, and I gotta ask Drunk a question after this too. Abu, in your heart of hearts, you're not gonna watch none of the James Gunn stuff, none of the DCU stuff.
I'm interested in Lanterns. Lanterns is the only thing I'm really interested in.
Okay.
James Gunn basically rebooted the entire Snyderverse just to be Snyder light on his new thing, but we'll see what happens. I'm not supporting any of it other than the Lanterns. That's something about that.
Lantern sounds dope, though.
And Jon Stewart has caught my eye. I don't like the fact that he said, "Oh, it's a true detective story." That means it's dark, it's gritty, aka Snyder. I'm like, stop it, whatever. I'm past all of the James Gunn thing. I'm hoping that Warner Brothers will open their hearts and sell Zack Snyder's Justice League to Netflix and watch that shit blow up. But other than that, I'm retiring anyway. I don't give a shit. But
gotcha.
As far as
you're retiring from watching movies too, bro.
Huh?
I mean, come on, you're retiring from watching movies too.
I'm watching.
Like,
I watch that shit on the comfort of my own home, but I ain't gonna be, spitting out nothing. I'm gonna be like, okay, this was trash. Next.
I'm just saying, you're not gonna tell me that Abu Nas is not gonna have an opinion. You're like Rakim. I'll be in the crowd if you ain't controlling it. Drop the mic. You shouldn't be holding it. You know what I mean? It's like you're gonna be out there, bro. You're gonna be out there.
I'm here for the rest of the year, man. So if we catch it, I mean, the whole Mandalorian thing, I am so over that shit. But Lorena is right.
I don't understand why y'all don't like Mandalorian.
Who make the merch?
I'm gonna watch it because I was interested in the Mandalorian season 2. It started off as ass, and then maybe with 2 or 3 episodes left, they finally figured out what they were doing. They haven't had one solid season at all, so I'm gonna see if 3 is actually gonna be something, or if it's gonna crash and burn. Right then and there. I have my popcorn ready, so how
well, now
Warrior Mario is making the point that DC has been dark. The first Batman was dark. Batman has always been dark. He's the Dark Knight. But was Superman dark? Was the Flash dark? Was Plastic Man dark? Was Shazam dark? DC is not a dark company. Batman was dark. Right, and I love Batman. He's my favorite character. He's up on the wall somewhere out of the camera. Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, DC in general is it's always been a lighthearted comic book company. So if you're going to be true to the source material, you're not going to get away with going dark.
What's so DC funny? I totally agree. I totally agree with you, Gospel.
I agree with Mark too.
But the problem is that the optics, when they first started with Snyder going dark and making it something that, because if it was going to go down the route of Marvel, we was going to be accused of you're piggybacking on Marvel and you're
not only that, Abu, they made it dark because people wasn't really feeling Superman Returns like that with Brandon Routh.
Right. You already had the lighthearted Superman with Brandon. And you know what? That wasn't even a bad film.
Nah, it was dope. I enjoyed it.
Good. But for
it
was him. But he channeled Christopher Reeves as best that he could. That was what you wanted. This was the all-time great. And y'all
that was the problem, though. Maybe that was the problem. Just really going so hard after that Christopher Reeves vibe instead of maybe just Superman.
But it still showcased Superman as someone positive, loving humanity, everything. You had that. And you just said, it wasn't for you. Snyder just
John, let me ask you a question. Can I ask Drunk a question? Before, I want to put this down real quick. But John, let me ask you this, and then we can hop back on DC. Drunk, so you mean to tell me that Grand Moff Tarkin is with the Alphabet Club?
Yeah. According to Disney Star Wars, he's now officially gay. He has a letter.
How did that happen?
They put it in one of his stories.
That is the most emotionless man in Star Wars. This show no emotions.
Yeah.
Can I say something about this? I just want to say
because they just write. That's how they're writing stories, and they're trying to inject representation. And when it didn't hold, when it didn't hold with the High Republic, when they started injecting non-binary Jedis and gay Jedis and transgender Jedis and all this, and the High Republic didn't sell, and it just no one paid attention to it. They decided to grab the characters that we've had for years and saying, okay, well, since that didn't work, these are in the bargain bin right now. Let's just take Luke and Tarkin and Lando and all these, and that way they can have their representation. But these people, they're crazy people because there is no representation. This is fantasy. The whole point of understanding Star Wars is escapism, is going to a place far, far away, but they're injecting real world politics and real world stuff. This is why I didn't give Andor a shake, because they were just like grandma. They were saying like, this person's supposed to be the Nancy Pelosi, and this is supposed to be a Trump world, and I hear all that politics stuff, and I'm like, I don't even want to watch that stuff. I don't even care what political line you lay on.
Drunk.
It's like the whole point of me going to a land far, a galaxy far, far away, is to escape the craziness that we have to deal with on an everyday. And then the directors come out and they're like, yeah, we trashed Trump in this. And you're like, and this is supposed to be Nancy Pelosi. And I'm like, why would you say that? Because all you're doing is stirring up these Twitter weirdo. Yeah. And it's like, sorry, I don't mean to cut you, but it's
no.
I don't want to hear it from any side. Like, I don't care that you did this with Nancy. I don't care. It's like, I want to go to a galaxy far, far away. So, but yeah, that's what turned me off.
So the thing with it is that, like you were just saying, a galaxy far, far away. It's real easy to do Star Wars. Star Wars is real easy. It's Jedi, Sith, lightsabers, the Force, bounty hunters. You know, you do just those few little things and you could get Star Wars right. You really don't have to do this crazy stuff. And by the way, speaking of, 1977 to 2012, because that's the run of Star Wars. For that 35 years, there was no need for this gimmicky shit. Because all I'm hearing now is gimmicks. This is all gimmicks. That's all it is. Yeah. Oh, we got a gimmick. We got this everything. Sexuality now is a gimmick. It's a trend. Like, it's supposed to be something that you do with your loved one, and that's it. That's it. I don't care what you do. I don't care what anybody does. Why is that gotta be? Why is that gotta be? Look, I want Luke to be a powerful grandmaster. That's what I care about. I don't care about who he likes. Now, granted, in the EU, he was married. I know it's the EU, but that's why I say from 77 to 2012. That's when the EU existed. That's Star Wars for me. I don't need Disney no more. I just don't. I just don't.
But then you right. When we was watching the original trilogy, didn't nobody say, "Oh, who's Luke dating?" Then nobody asked that question.
And by the way, let's be 100%. Even though at the time he didn't know, but who's the first? He had googly eyes for Leia. He didn't know it was his sister, but that was. I'm just saying.
But even then,
that's true.
They were Targaryens before the Targaryens.
Exactly.
I got Terminus with the $5. He said, I guess
Thank
Disney
God they never went
didn't
there.
want Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke Skywalker. They want Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke Skywalker.
They want that.
Terminus is ruthless.
Terminus off the hook. Dragon and Slayer commentaries with the $5. That's my boy. I be with them on the Hypnotic live stream. Hypnotic doing big numbers. Make sure to subscribe to him. Make sure to subscribe to Dragon Slayer. He says, never thought I would see the day where they very spiritual warrior monks of Star Wars would end up turning into walking rainbow messaging billboards. That's true, man. That's true. Star Wars is truly dead. It's truly over.
And like Drunk said, it's like a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. It's like George Lucas went out of his way to say, this is so far away from where we are in time and space. It shares that with Star Trek, because Star Trek was always like to boldly go where no man has gone before. In other words, take your imagination and leave everything that you know, including politics, including all of that. Now, it can be metaphorical, of course. That's sci-fi. That's good sci-fi. But to be so on the nose, to be so heavy-handed is nothing but conditioning is what it is. Because then they want to turn around and put it on Disney Plus. They want to have these drag queens and stuff like that on the panels. Like John said, there's children there. Why would you do that if you're not trying to somehow condition these kids? Yeah,
it's just what the maker said, ladies and gentlemen. He said, "My 6 movies, that's me. What they doing over there, that's not my work. That's not what I put out. Listen to the maker, ladies and gentlemen. I know they don't want to. They cannot even try to offer their criticisms of George Lucas as to what he really feels about that. He's the man that created everything."
The problem is they still put his name on it, though.
I know
the shit that they put out there. They still put his name on it based on the story by George Lucas. And now there's more of this shit out there than there's the original stuff. So
and I hate
these
to
new
say
generations.
Lucas was the one that said, "I'll sell you Star Wars if you put Kathleen Kennedy in charge." Lucas said that, I know. So it was like,
but he didn't know.
But Yeah, that's your creation, man. You need to know who you say. Like,
No,
I'm sorry.
Drunk, trust me. I totally agree with you. I'm just saying.
I know. Sorry, man. You know how
then,
passionate we get. You know how
what
passionate
he
we get.
knew now, he would have.
I hear you. I hear you.
Back of the hand.
He didn't want to sell it.
I got my office,
bro. He didn't want to sell it. I think it was Anna was talking about because she read Bob Iger's book.
Oh, I read it.
He basically blackmailed him at the end. That's why when you look at the picture of 2012 when he was signing it. Look, I don't care.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened. That's not what happened.
No, but his face.
Iger came. No. That's wrong. Iger came to him. It's in his book. Iger, because I did multiple videos on this. Iger came to him and says, "Are you going to make any more Star Wars films?" And he said, "No." He's like, "I do want to finish the story with 7, 8, and 9. I have the scripts." Mm-hmm. And Iger says, "Well, what if we look at those scripts and do 7, 8, and 9?" So then it started with a conversation of maybe Disney will make 7, 8, and 9, and George Lucas will have a part of it. And so that's how the conversation started. Then when the billions of numbers started rolling in, Lucas got a little, I make almost $5 billion on this. So the worst thing was the condition was I need Kennedy in charge. Kennedy was not a Disney pick. It was a George Lucas pick. And so then they said, we'll do 7, 8, and 9. So he said, okay. So that was where he manipulated him. They signed, but the problem was, again, you think with Lucas and all his money would have a lawyer look at the contract and say, we will do George Lucas's 7, 8, and 9 with the Wills. No, they talked about it over dinner. Then Lucas signed the dumb thing. And so like, that's aggravating to know. Cause then all of a sudden they go, hey, Lucas, come and check 7. And that's when George Lucas was like, what is this crap? This ain't what I wrote. Right. And they're like, sorry.
See, I get hate for it, but I tell people ultimately at the end, the person responsible for Disney, for Star Wars going to Disney is George Lucas. He did not have to sell it.
So let's just say that he made a terrible mistake.
He made a really bad mistake considering how much he's been in Hollywood. George is too savvy.
Of course, he was old school. But it goes without saying, the way Drunk categorized how Iger did it, he was a snake from the beginning.
Well, that everyone in Hollywood's a snake.
Exactly.
Iger never got to his position unless he snaked people and slimed his way up to the top.
Best revenge behind your disingenuous and your sneaky shit. This is what's happening with your company now. And it's
but Abu Nas, you still watching?
I'm not.
Am I? I do watch the Andor, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
Do you think
there's no revenge if he's still enjoying the Star Wars? Is what I'm saying.
So funny,
do you think if he had still been with Marshall Lucas, this still would have happened?
Yeah, I do.
You think it still would have happened? Because she was very opinionated and very protective of all of this.
I think they would have put something in the contract that would have been a little different. That's all. The 7, 8, 9 episode was about the Wills. We were gonna see a side of Star Wars that might have freaked us all out.
Right.
That we would have been like,
ain't the Wills? That's the Force dealing with the Force, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be
it's
the
like
you know what? I would have happily took it.
Oh yeah,
we got now. Anything with George Lucas is a godsend.
Did you hear the original story? So like 7, 8, 9 was going to be about Darth Maul and Princess Leia and their fight in the Wills. And Darth Maul was going to, according to George, like the rumors and stuff that he talked about, that Darth Maul was going to be the main villain because he gets sucked into the Wills or something like that, and he gets more powerful.
I would have took it over the sequels. The sequel we got now, I would have took that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I feel you, Avanas. I feel you. They did him dirt. The truth is, you're right. He was old school. He shook on it. He didn't have lawyers look at it. He should have had all that. He took his $4.7 billion.
Now, as bad as this thing is, I'm actually cheering their downfall behind all the money that they lost, all the goodwill from the fans that they lost. behind every action that Iger did and how he took the company. Now, and I was watching Critical Drinker's video. He said, it could get really bad enough where they have to start contemplating selling the property now.
That would be dope. To different companies?
Yeah, that's what he said. He said it's going down so fast. You don't think so, Lorraine? That
No. Disney is like that obsessive ex-boyfriend. If I can't have you, nobody can. They will burn that sucker to the ground.
Well, either way, he said if it's a possibility that they could do it, or if it gets that bad, and remember, it's not up to Iger, it's up to the shareholders. You want to just keep losing money, or we just cut anchor? Cut anchor. Who could, and this would be the poetic justice. Maybe George Lucas may come back and say, you know what, I'll pay the billions. Give me my company back.
Well, it depends.
Speaking on that, can you share my screen?
Okay, because I was going to say,
yes, sir. Let me get Terminus real quick. Because Terminus always supports.
Yeah, they said that there was this one guy that did all.
Hold on, Abu Nas, let him finish.
Okay,
I'm gonna let you get it. Pause. I promise I'm gonna let you speak. But let me get Terminus real quick. Because Terminus always support Dark Council. Terminus with the $5. He said the more LGB Star Wars gets, the less it's about a galaxy far, far away, and more about Uranus.
Oh. Yeah. All right, so share my screen real quick. Let me just throw this out here real quick, and I'll let y'all speak on that. It was reported that Disney is exploring selling films and TV series to their rivals. So basically, Disney has lost so much money that they are taking offers for people to come in and buy certain IPs, not solely away from Disney. It's kind of like Sony with Spider-Man. Sony owns Spider-Man, but MCU leases it from Sony to put in their movies. So you never know if the right offer came along. If somebody said, hey, I'd like to do a Darth Bane Star Wars film, or I would like to do this, or I'd like to do this, and Disney's listening to offers as we know it. So I do believe some of this is probably for a lot of their old property that they're not using or utilizing or don't even plan on using, that they could switch over to rivals. Disney would still make money off of it. They would still own it, but we could see it in the hands of somebody else. This just tells me that if they're willing to go this far, you never know if the right offer comes along for something. And they're like,
all together. That's just putting a bullshit Band-Aid on something, and then you still have the reserve right to fuck it up when it suits you to do certain stories with the Skittles Nation. No.
Let me get Abu though. Let me get Abu. Abu. A Star Wars film directed by Zack Snyder.
Still wouldn't work. Because Zack already knows the bullshit. If I'm going
that's
to
why you doing Rebel Moon.
Good, don't put the pronouns on certain characters that shouldn't be. But knows that we still own it. We just leasing it to you. You know what? You can go fuck yourself. Goodbye, good night, and good luck. And other people.
I just want to say real quick too, related to Star Wars, Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder had the cojones to put Rebel Moon in December. You know what that means, right? December is the movies of the year.
He's going to grab a big chunk of the Star Wars fandom, and the Skittles Nation is going to be left out there in the cold by themselves. It's going to be glorious.
Now, we're not discriminating against any Skittle Nation out there. We just saying the people that use
it's on Netflix though. It's not like it's going to really.
Yeah,
compete.
It's on Netflix.
Being on Netflix ain't going to compete with anything on the theaters. This is not. You really can't even gauge it because remember they don't tell us their numbers.
No, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it's only on Netflix. He signed a Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be in the theaters, and then either way, it's still going to make big numbers. Big numbers.
I just want to say something. When we say a galaxy far, far away, people don't understand. I want you to think about how far Andromeda is just from us. In real world, in real time, how far is that galaxy away from us? That's how Star Wars, and that's just one galaxy away. It's a galaxy far, far away. And we keep putting real world, current day See, it's one thing to have real world elements into a story because we are in the real world. So you're going to have some elements of the real world in the story. But for you to put current day sensibilities in Star Wars, you do two things. You date it because now it's focused on one point in time that specifically happened right now. And B, you turning people off because nobody want that crap.
D, I asked you a long time ago. I said, what timeline in Earth time is a galaxy far, far away? And you told me it's no timeline, it's timeless. Correct. And that made perfect sense to me. It's timeless. You can't put a time on it. You can't put modern era on it. You can't. Right.
So how is Wikipedia using pronouns?
Because Wikipedia is licensed by Disney fake Lucasfilm, so they just let them run amok and just say and do dumb shit and just pissing people off. But you know what? It's all good. It's all good because people with brains in the head ain't gonna pay attention to Wikipedia. Plus, he'll block you so fast. It's irrelevant at this point. That's why I said something in response to him, but I didn't use any curse words. I didn't call him a fucking Muppet.
Okay, you're getting better.
I just said, you guys need help. You need help. I was shocked he didn't block me. Blocked everybody else. Open air log, Raging Rhino. They blocking everyone left and right. Not me. I was shocked.
I see you posted something in the back. We're gonna post that soon, but you already know what time it is. It's time for a Dark Council commercial break.
It doesn't matter what comes, fresh goes better in life. With Mentos fresh and full of life, nothing gets to you. Staying fresh, staying cool. With Mentos fresh and full of life, fresh goes better. Mentos fresh, fresh goes better with Mentos fresh and full of life. Mentos, the fresh maker.
Ever wondered how to pull a demon out of a human host?
Raise it up and Satan.
Get the inside scoop on how it's done with Bernie's Groovy Exorcisms.
Satan, come out! Let's groove it!
He's the grooviest exorcist around.
Exorcisms are all about having fun. I come to play when the demons are here to stay.
Yeah! The power of groove compels you.
Now these exorcisms are available for you to learn on Ernie's Groovy Exorcisms.
Eye contact. You don't want him to skull fuck you now. I break it down step by step so you can follow along easily.
Or else you'll get possessed. Come on, John. Let's go.
This demon got me so bad, we had to pull it out of my ass.
Come on, we gotta see it in those.
Ernie's Groovy Exorcisms is not sold in any stores.
What is that? These exorcisms are hotter than the flames of hell. They'll make your head spin.
To order, call the number on your screen or log on to demonfunk.com. Must be 18 or older to log on.
Dear John Witherspoon, is steroid use ruining professional sports?
Steroids? I think it's a good thing. Look what it's done to our baseball players. Roger Clemens, my man, he can throw a ball 380 miles an hour. Steroids. After 20 years, that's a bad motherfucker. I think there should be a whole new league where you can have all the steroids you want. Who cares if you grow another foot? You got 3 fucking feet? Run, motherfucker. I spent $700 for a basketball game. I don't see a motherfucker fly. Let them all have steroids. In boxing, I want to see somebody knock that motherfucker's head off. I want to see a hockey player eat the fucking puck. I'm going to tell you who needs some steroids. The soccer player. 3 fucking hours. The score is 1-1. Give him some steroids. I want to see the score 115 to 150. I'll pay to see some shit like that. But you need steroids. I'm going to get me some fucking steroids. I want to be able to bang a girl for about 2 years. Knock a motherfucker out. Boom, 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 boom. And give them to the people going over there in Iraq. Give them some steroids. That should have been over. They had steroids. Let's go home. We done killed everybody. Come on.
John Witherspoon, you never, ever can go over my man.
Why you disrespect my white people like that with demon stuff, man?
Oh no, the exorcism was brilliant. My man was
Tim
like,
Pool in that clip.
Why y'all laughing at my people?
I'm laughing
Did you
at
see
John
Tim Pool in
Witherspoon.
there?
John
Pulled a demon out his ass. I'm like,
he gonna take some steroids. and not down a woman for 2 years. He said 2.
He said 2 years. I'm surprised he didn't say bang, bang, bang after that.
Boom, boom.
Bang, 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 bang.
Rest in paradise, John Witherspoon. You are good, man. Your comedy.
Before we get into your video, I don't know if this is the right time to segue, but Drunk 3 Pill, you got something that's coming out. Do you want to talk about it now or wait a few more minutes after? Do you want to talk about it now?
We can go after.
Okay, because I know it's fresh off of being a little edgy. So, Abu, we're going to get into your video right here. I don't know what this is.
You're the only one that can start it, Vado. You the host.
Okay, well, here we go. We're going to start it.
Interlude time, everybody. You know what? Sometimes I like to go pew pew and bang bang. Yeah, because sometimes people get on your nerves, you be feeling like that. So let's do it. Freestyle. Oh my God. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh.
Oh, this is a dope one.
Oh my God. Come on back. One time for your mind. 2 times for the line. Let's do it, baby. Let's go. Abracadabra, Alakazar. Turning in the need to the true superstar. No one's involved, we try to evolve. Their strength is dumber than we're back on the jaw. Provide the insight for your new hype. We're not Collider or the Mother Shield site. We may get it right, we may get it wrong. Sing the song that's the 6-man strong. Now you know we don't patronize any shield media that you idolize. Hold that down, now it's time to wear the crown. Bust the brown, drop the wisdom that's profound. Don't sweat that, cause you know I got your back. Hold that, taking these suckers off the map. Everyone in the chat, you best sing along. Word is born, come down like a firestorm.
Light them up.
Let's go.
I'm doing, brother.
Abracadabra, Alakazar. Abu Nas is the true superstar. Here we go again. Everybody knows we go straight to the end.
You want to play games with me? You got to step up on my level.
Abu Nas is the true superstar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we at it again.
Light them up.
Down, yes, to the very end. That's the mess that the band can get. Yeah, El Presidente, back to the rap. Fandom that he loves and adores. Suck up a love kids thrown out the door. Get your weight up when you step to the vet. Yeah, street certified and I'm born to protect. I'm also a pro with the souls I collect. Ghost Rider, baby, bringing you for your rest. Having regrets, yeah, I could you told that. The people that I roll with, always got my back. I got these haters to the left, to the right. Faded high motherfuckers wanna just fight, huh? Living in the dream, they can't win. Abu Nas is the start of your end. Maybe sooner and it may be later, but when it comes, you better pray to the maker. Superstar. Abu Nas, yeah, superstar.
Now see what this guy did to me? He killed me right there. Now watch what I do with the sniper. Watch what I do. I'm mad.
Hold it down, yeah, once again. Dark Council, yeah, straight for the win. Oh my
yeah.
Abu Nas, get that third verse in there. We can
Light 'em
get
up.
out of here.
All right. One time for your mind, get mad. Abu Nas coming through. I know it makes you sit. Ain't
Put the
shit.
thing down.
DCU, James Gunn, give it last.
One shot, one chill.
One shot. Watch what I do with the next one.
Yeah, we shut your ass down. The Dark Council coming back to you now. Wasting no time when we get on the ground.
Yep, caught him.
Speak the truth so you can all shine. Be true to ourselves with the things that we love. Land more firm or we'll turn it up. May turn to dust anyway, what the hell? Supreme wisdom, oh my God, hell. Madness is a world time high. You can't stop me when we go to testify. Identity politics have a damn place to be
I
in the
lost.
same space of those
I killed
who
all
are
5 of
safe.
them.
Bad enough the other snakes trying to win the race.
Took a lot
The
with
whole
you.
crew, baby, is
Damn
that
right.
the case. Holla at the kid that always hate the fact, but stay committed, baby, cause there's no going back. Abracadabra, Alakazar. Abu Nas is the true superstar. Once again, here we bring it to the end. Dark Council, straight to the wind. Let's go.
Abu Nas.
Oh my goodness, oh my God. I like to go pew pew. I like to go pow pow. Let's do it.
All right, it's over. I said it's over.
Light 'em up.
I said it's over.
Damn.
Yeah, that guy
And we back.
That dude did a Hulk Hogan, picked me up, and broke my back. And he was laughing. He was laughing in the chat. And I said to myself, sniper time. One shot him, one shot all his peoples.
Abu Nas, thank you for that dope rhyme and dope visuals. I know nothing about those games. They're too violent, and I don't like them playing. But I'm going to show you something that's not violent, and all your kids, all your family members can come together and acquire. John 3PO has a special project that's dropping this month.
Yes.
And trust me, I've seen the pages. Absolutely dope fire. He's been working on this project for a long time. He didn't want to put anything out until it's complete. My brother Drunk 3, speak on it real quick.
Well, I mean,
my money ready.
It's just being a school teacher and seeing a lot of the garbage that they're pumping into our, not only our education system, but in our pop culture. A lot of the kids are just like, they just live in a world where it's like they always get talked to, or they either feel guilty about who they are or whatever. And it's like, there's just no good. I don't know. Like, they're not reading stories where they don't have to be, perfect, that they can be average, that they don't have to be like the most perfect person to have an adventure. So I wrote 6 stories about a group of young people. This is the first one. It's called Blue, and it's 220 pages. As you can see, I already got it printed. Everything is ready to go, and we're gonna start selling these hopefully February 18th. So there you go. It's the age group is like from 3rd grade to 7th grade, but I hope you enjoy it too. I hope you pick one up. There's gonna be if it's like not for you, if you're like, this isn't kind of like what I like to read, if you want to buy one for a child that can't afford one, I'll be bringing these to Boys and Girls Clubs, starting from my own community and driving north to as many as people bought one that I can give away. So if someone buys 1 million of them, I'll be driving all across America to drop these off to places where young people can read them. So it's not complicated story. It's about some young people that are stuck in a town where they're kind of like, they're not allowed to ask questions. They're just supposed to listen and just be average, and nothing ever changes. And this first book starts off with some of the world building, and he begins to ask questions, and he has a unique relationship with something that changes his life forever. So. And that's just book 1. If it does well enough to go to the second one, then the story continues, and it takes a wild ride with these young people. But basically, I was inspired by some of the young people that I had in my classroom, especially one where they just felt like they weren't good enough for anything. And it's like, no, you don't ever think that way, because we were all born with a purpose. We don't have to be famous. We don't have to be super popular on the internet. We don't have to do anything. We just have to be ourselves, follow our dreams and passions, and we can make change in this world. So hopefully they get something out of it. And it's a big one, man. You don't have to blow me up. 200 pages.
I want people to see the product, man. People need to see it.
Yeah. Well, they'll see it on the Indiegogo,
that artwork is dope.
Yeah,
we'll see. The artist is Lily Chan. She's from Hawaii, and the co-writer is my man Andrew. He's from Washington D.C. So plenty of diversity. If you're wondering,
what I love, Drunk. What I love about the concept, I never seen concept like that where you had a book start off in black and white, and then throughout the journey of the character, it starts to get a little color in it, and then it keeps going. That's a dope concept, man. So congratulations.
Yeah, there was a few movies that probably had a part that I enjoyed, that probably had a part in why that story is like that, but you'll have to read it to find out. Why
now, John, how can people contact you or anything? Or you said this is going to be on Indiegogo?
Yeah, so we're going to launch the Indiegogo on February. You don't have to blow me up when you asking me questions. You
Well,
can take
man,
me
this
down.
is the thing. This is your pitch, man.
I know, but it's like y'all are asking. You could ask me questions, and then I'll answer you. February. Hopefully, everything will be done on February 18th. We're gonna launch 2 copies, a regular one and one with an autograph. If you want one of those, and there's gonna be options if you want to donate it to a child that can't afford one. So we'll have that. I don't know what kind of tiers we're gonna have or anything like that. This is my first project. I'm nervous as all get out. I'm not like these other people that do this every single year. So we'll see how it goes. And the cost is going to be $35 plus your shipping. So everyone is telling me that's very reasonable because some of these books that are like 60 pages are selling for $35. This is 220 and it's book 1. So after February 18th, if you have a YouTube channel, if you have a podcast, if you have anything, I don't care if you have 2 subscribers or 2 million and you want me to come on and talk about it, I would be honored. Email me at drunk3po@gmail.com and we'll set up dates. They're going fast. I already have 42 requests, so I'm going to try to take every single one of them as long as this campaign is active in the next 3 months. So
Drunk, what I love about this book, when you buy this book, you helping somebody. You helping a child, you know. I like the story that's attached to it. So you getting the bang for your buck, ladies and gentlemen, and people in the chat. When you buy this book, you helping somebody. So please do yourself a favor. Do a child a favor and pick up this book. Even if you don't read the book, even if you don't do children's book, you know a kid somewhere. And if you don't know a kid, find a kid and give them the book. Man, this is spreading love right here. So
and it's a timely thing. It's a timely thing too, because I don't know if anybody else has been noticing, but not a lot of people are doing things specifically with children in mind the right way. You know what I mean? Like just like really being concerned with a child's sense of discovery and development, you know, to be committed to that, to giving them that is huge. And like I said, it's time for it now because everything is just so perverted right now. You know, everything is so far off the course. I can't tell you how it used to drive me crazy so much because I always read books and watched things with my son when he was growing up. And so much of it was like packed with little in-jokes and innuendo. You know, I guess they do that because they think it's cute to keep the parents engaged or whatever. But the best stuff is just there for the kids, you know, just remembering what it was like to be a kid and just having that sense of wonderment. And that's what I'm sensing from this. So I'm just so happy to see that you're doing this, Drunk. And I thank you. I thank you for it. And I think a lot of parents are going to thank you for it because it's time for it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It is true. There's so much garbage out there. It's just like kids need to use their imagination. They need heroes that aren't perfect, and they don't need to be preached at or, you know, told you have to do it this way or that way. Like they need their own escapism too, and to imagine. So hopefully this does really well, so we can get all of them done. Because it really, again, the first one is just a lot of the world building and things like that. We get to the second one that stars Fortuna, so pretty awesome. This one stars a boy named John, so and the next one is about Fortuna, so it's pretty cool.
So Drunk said one more time so everybody can save the date. When is this dropping on Indiegogo?
Saturday, February 18th. I'll be going live from my channel too as like, hey, we're live. Let's get this thing done. And then from there on out, it's just constant promotion. You'll probably get sick of seeing it on Twitter and all of my social medias every day, but that's just what we got to do. So to get the word out. And that's where I'll be.
Abu,
hopefully.
All right.
Yeah, Abu Nas, you're muted.
Go
ahead, Abu.
We're going to get the word out. Telling people that this book is going to be a game changer. It's going to enlighten many folks, and those like myself will be reading it with his child. We're going to go on that journey together. So for me and the Dark Council, we want you to get this book. Do it.
Yes.
Do it. Play it.
I'm gonna give me enough copies because if a little kid come up to me and say, Fatal J, can I have that book? I'm gonna hit it like that old commercial. My brother, you got to get your own.
You know what I'm saying? So in the veins of Abu Nas, you see this book? You want to buy it? I want to buy it. Then do it.
Yeah.
Roll the clip. Do it.
Gotcha, bro. Gotcha.
I appreciate it.
Kill him.
Yes, sir.
Kill him.
Do it.
Oh.
I shouldn't.
Just do it!
Do it!
Do it. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true!
That's right,
Just
bro.
do
Make your
it.
dreams come true.
No, what are you waiting for? Do it!
This is the greatest pitch ever.
Just do it! Yes, you can!
That's right. Trump's book.
Just do it!
Do it!
Just do it!
Do it.
Just do it!
So messed up.
It always take Abu
That's
to go
right.
too far.
I'm drunk hype man. I'm drunk hype man. Do it.
That was a great way to
true.
tell a kid's book, you know.
Yeah.
You know, Dawn is making a good point there. She says, "What happened to the days kids were excited for when Scholastic books came in?" Yeah, I'm from that generation too, Dawn.
Oh, I remember
That
that.
was the most exciting thing in the world when the fresh smell of new books. You know what I mean?
Drive my
Very-
parents nuts. I'm like, I gotta get books. There's all these books I want to buy, and always
Whoever
cost
invented the
more than
internet
they had.
messed up. Whoever invented the internet messed up because now the real ones are stepping in. You know what I mean?
That's
Everything that I saw, you know, at my son's school, way back when he was still in grade school, they had the book drive or whatever. Today's book drive is full of vampires, Ouija boards, all of this stuff. You know what I mean? Like without fail. Like, what is this? This is inside of schools. This is what I'm talking about. The insane people are running the asylum. Those of us who know better have to speak up. We have to support things like this. The kids need it. They need it. So this is what I'm talking about. This is why this excites me, man.
And
I'm gonna have a lot of
this
fun.
goes right way. Mark, Abu, I'm gonna let you go. But Mark, this goes right with what you're saying with Valentis with the $10 super chat. He said George modeled his characters after mythological archetypes.
That's right.
Not social
Amen.
justice pronoun, LGB crowd, mythological archetypes speak to the primordial human condition in us all.
Yes.
And
Very well
real
said.
quick, real fast, shout out to Danny with the $2. He said, "What up,
Danny?
peace?" Danny, you were supposed to be here. I guess you got busy saving the world. So
What are you doing?
I'm
He's
gonna
sending
let you
super
do your
chats. He's
thing,
supposed
man.
to be on the panel, boy.
yeah, you supposed to be on the panel. But shout out to Danny, always supporting Valentis. I know I'm ruining your name, but thank you so much, brother. We appreciate you on the Dark Council show. Abu, what was you about to say? You were saying something.
No, I was actually piggybacking on the Scholastic thing, but now I just went way. But going back to my first thing, do it.
Yes, everybody, please make sure to support Drunk 3PO's
Appreciate it.
book. Man, I just love the.
Oh,
just
now
support it.
I just realized my point. It's gonna be great to sit with your child and read a book that is not going to give crazy, you know what I'm saying, take you away from what you really want to be treated.
None of that. None of the political bull crap is
Yo,
going.
D's
I'm
falling
gonna
asleep,
feel
y'all.
so
D's
good.
falling asleep. Just so y'all see this.
Hold on, let me blow
What are
him
you
up.
talking about?
Right
No,
now,
no.
not like, hey, I'm reclining right now.
Straight stretching out, yawning. We see.
Yeah, we caught him.
Ladies and
gentlemen, we got him.
but real quick before we get
got
back
him.
into the before we get back to the bull, Drunk, I think you should take it even farther. When this book pop up, let's try to get these bad boys in the schools. You know what I mean?
You know
Let's try to
what?
get them in the schools.
You
I
know
can
what-
start with
what
the
we
Boys
do-
and Girls Club when the kids are there, and then
Yeah.
a lot of them are in I mean, let's face it, they're not in the high economy neighborhoods, boys and girls clubs. So I really wanted to give it in the hands of young people that couldn't afford it, you know. So it's like if we could give these out to people, if people want to donate to that cause, if they're like, this book ain't for me, it's not my demographic, it's not, that's totally fine. But I wanted to get it into the hands for free to kids that can't afford it. So,
well, John, let me tell you how you killing it though. A brand new study shows, because your book is a graphic novel. Graphic novel kids are reading graphic novels.
Yeah, they are.
Opposed to the old school storybooks we used to read. They love graphic novels and they put them in the library of school. So you killing it from all angles, brother. So I wish you the best of luck. I know you're gonna do well. So wish you the best of luck, brother.
The whole Dark Council is not.
So much I knew that already.
Wishing you luck. We're praying for you for this thing.
Yes, sir. Luck and prayer.
Oh, yes, it's the right time, bro. Everything is timing. This is the right time.
Oh,
I just hope y'all enjoy the story. I hope that's my biggest, I hope y'all enjoy the story.
I'm quite sure I will enjoy it.
I know I will. I know I will.
Because I'm gonna sit there with my daughter and read it, and we're just gonna go on the journey together, But here is Lorena's favorite topic.
This is one of the big topics of the night. I have no clue about this.
Me neither, to be honest with you.
I'm gonna be truthful. Black Superwoman, you're gonna hate. Black Superwoman gonna hate my guts. I know you are, but I never did give a freak about Harry Potter. It just never appealed to me. I tell everybody
I'm not a Harry Potter guy either, but
they fight with wands, that fairy godmother type stuff. I just never understood.
I like the movies. I like the movies.
I could never get into the movies. I tried to say that's so boring. Now, the only person I do like is the villain. What's his name?
Voldemort. Yeah.
Now, I could rock with him because he got a dope story attached to him. Because wasn't he born under a curse from his mother?
No. What happened was this is some soap opera right
Didn't
here.
his mama take a love potion or something?
Wrong.
And cursed him?
What are you watching?
Wrong again. Wrong again.
I don't watch that stuff, man.
No, his mother, who was a descendant of Salazar Slytherin, founder of Slytherin House, she basically, yes, my house, yes, Black Superwoman, you know what's up. She basically used a love potion on a Muggle to get him to fall in love with her.
Okay, hold on real quick. A Muggle is a human being, right?
Muggle is a human, yes. A Muggle is a human, not born with wizarding abilities.
So you was
something in his drink?
Yes, that's pretty much what she did.
Oh, so she roofied my boy.
Yeah.
He Bill Cosby'd him.
He did. So it got to the point where she just couldn't live with herself to keep doing that because she had, Tom Riddle. So eventually the charm wore off because she didn't want to keep it up anymore because she's like, I want him to love me for me. Well, eventually dude woke up and said, I'm out. And he left and it all went downhill from there. And basically Voldemort wound up murking his own dad.
Dang.
Yeah. Because of that.
That's
like that.
Muggles. Yeah.
See, I always liked the Voldemort dude story, but everything else I just couldn't get with it. It just doesn't appeal to me. But what's going on with this?
Is this stuff going to be in the game?
No. This game is set in the 1800s. So this is 200 years before anything that happened in the book. So we're talking the Victorian era at this time. So your character, there's something about you that if revealed is going to shake up the entire wizarding world. You don't know what that is. You just know that you have this ability that others don't. And you wind up starting at Hogwarts as a 5th year student. But after you do all your studies and stuff like that at Hogwarts, then there's this additional mystery that you have to solve. There's a goblin rebellion that's going on. Nobody knows what the heck or why that's popping off. So basically, it's an open world RPG game where you are dropped into the world of Harry Potter, and the graphics are off the chain. So Epic Games, who produces Unreal Engine, it's running the latest Unreal Engine, and
it does
the
look
game's
good.
amazing.
I'm like Fado. I watched the movies, but it wasn't really my thing. But this game actually kind of, I'm almost done with Final Fantasy. I might pick this up.
Yeah, I'm still slogging through the main story, but unfortunately I just keep getting distracted. The only game that I've been actually playing is Call of Duty because I'm so stressed out. I need to put some bullets in people's heads.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
know.
I'm saying?
Come on, man.
I
You
know
just don't really.
that's why I have my first person shooter when I need to get
I'm
away from
sorry.
this
It's
stuff,
a stress
but
relief. It's really a stress
no,
relief.
it's all right. It is what it is. With
I'm
this
the same way.
particular,
Now, in
Yeah,
order
go
to
ahead.
play this game, though, do you have to have seen the movies and read the book?
No.
No, it's purposely like that. There's
Oh,
so
nice.
many callbacks that even if you haven't watched the movies or read the books, you're not lost at all. It's like they're
So-
coming up with the mythos based on the books.
Okay, so they definitely set this game up for normies that
Yes.
never watched the movies because let's face it, Harry Potter movies is kind of old, pretty much almost skating on 20 years or something like that.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that.
So
talking about
new
it.
people that never really heard or seen the movies, they may
My
be,
bad, Daddy.
on this game and they are blown into a world that they never saw before. That's good. That's good marketing right there. If I'm being honest.
Sounds
Well,
good. How come they're
like-
boycotting it?
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, the controversy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, we got Danny on the show. Danny, you like Harry Potter?
Oh yeah, I read all the books, watch all the movies. It's pretty dope.
Okay. So Danny, you are you gonna pick this game up or what? What you gonna do?
Now, I'm not a gamer, so I won't. But I'll definitely support if they do another movie.
Okay, got you.
know
Can
you're
anybody
gonna love
elaborate what's going on with this boycott? I don't have a clue what's going on.
Okay, so Lorena can correct me if I get this wrong, but J.K. Rowling, who is still kind of like a progressive leftist type of person, she did come out and say that there are only two genders, male and female, and that has upset the trans community and the trans community allies. So they want this game to fail. So they orchestrated a boycott saying, please don't buy this game. Please, if you play this game, you're a bigot, you're a this, you're that. I mean, they're even calling people racist if they buy this game. This is how stupid these people are. So they've come out and said all these names, and they even created a website to track people who's been playing this game on Twitch or YouTube streaming so they can have a record of who is playing this game. Well, the boycott failed miserably because these people are idiots. And it is now the number one game on all platforms. It broke a Twitch streaming record the past 2 days. And now these people that wanted to boycott have lost their mind. But it's gotten to the point where now they're going online and harassing streamers that are playing the game, calling them all kinds of names, making them almost forcing them to shut down. I only had one. I streamed the game on Twitch yesterday, and I only had one person come in and was just like, "You're a bigot, you're this," and we're just like, "Hi, thanks for being here." It's like these people are crazy, man. Like they've lost their. It's a video game, man, and like these people have lost their mind. So that's the big controversy because J.K. Rowling said there's only a male and a female. Because she was trying to protect. Not to go too deep in it, but you guys know they don't want. Basically, like the topic came up of a transgender man swimming with women in sports, and it's like you don't do that because he'll always win because that's really a man.
I said it before and I say it again. So what? The Bible, the Torah, and the Quran means nothing. Oh, well, over to the nation that just want to do any and everything that goes against the natural order. I don't have a problem with transgender people. You live your life. But if you ask me, well, don't you support? No, I'm not supporting nothing like that. What are you, crazy? I got religious beliefs.
Did she have something to do with Fantastic Beasts, Lorena?
It's still in the universe.
I mean, I can't. I didn't watch Fantastic Beasts.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
but she
Yeah,
got her
and they're
royalty
even
check.
in the game.
They were gay in there though.
Yeah, and so it's like that's what makes this so idiotic. This boycott so dumb. It's just like I don't get it, man. But they just these are crazy
the one
people.
thing I cannot understand with the Skittles Nation is that how do you? I mean, you do have to realize there are people that are raised in homes that is traditional. We're not going to throw away values that our mother, our father, our grandmothers, our great grandmothers, all down the line to teach us certain things that the human race shall continue to evolve and explore. We're not going to do that. Not for you, not for this one, but we're not telling you how not for you to live your life. If you feel comfortable in that, then God be with you or not. But the ultimate judge is going to be when you finally take your last breath. And that is out of our preview. We are here on this earth for only a short time, some shorter than others. Live your life the way that you want. Be good to yourself and be good to others. But don't act like I'm the enemy or I am the bad guy or I want to promote a game from somebody that is traditional just like me. She didn't say I want y'all to burn in hell and that. She didn't say nothing like that. She only said one thing. But you get yourself into a wad, and I know there's probably them just listening and this, that, whatever. But I say this respectfully. There is nothing wrong with how you want to live your life if you feel like that's the life that makes you feel good about yourself. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Leave us to be our traditional selves because we will teach our children traditional values in any way that we can. So we're going to be at a stalemate or not. But the reality is you need to calm down because traditional people that's raised by religious values that spans millennia is not going anywhere.
I think the major crux of this point is you have a certain group of people, and I call them the Skittles Nation because they're the most vocal. They do not represent the entire group. It's about you have a group of people who feel that they have the right to not be offended. That's it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
They think that they should not have to ever be offended and come after everyone, which is what this stupid ass boycott is about. If this was some no-name game, no one would really care what the heck it is. But that's a soft target. They know that Harry Potter has a big, huge fan base. So they want to tell you what you can and cannot do. And rather than put the suggestion out there, they want to control you, put you on a list, which that site actually got taken down, which I'm glad it finally
Oh
did.
yes, you're right.
Yeah, they finally got
They had a list.
I'm glad that you clarified that, Raina, because there's a lot of I guess gay trans people that I've had come through sometimes in the comment section who tell me they're sick of all this too. You know, they're sick of being used in this way because ultimately this is all being done by the agents of chaos that want to divide all of us in much the same way as whenever they want to weaponize black victimhood, they'll do the same thing. And a bunch of ignorant people are like, you black people think this and you black people. No. There's always going to be some people who jump on that bandwagon and allow themselves to be weaponized. But for the most part, all of us want to enjoy our entertainment and our escapist fantasy fun. All of us, regardless of race, gender, sexuality, all of us. But this is what these people do who are ultimately just trying to separate all of us and cause chaos and mayhem, So it's good to recognize that so that we don't all just go at one another. You know what I mean?
The thing that always gets me is that, JK just made the distinction of, diamond versus cubic zirconia. And I'm just saying. But the thing about it is that when you really want to take it all down and just put it down to the basics, you're either doing one or the other, which means there's only two that you can change to. It's either one or the other. So there's either. So I don't know why they get mad, because literally if you are going through the change, you're only going to change to the other sex. So what is the other sex? The either natural one or the one that you want to be, right? Correct? So it's only two. I don't understand. Like, it's literally in the name.
The
It
human
says
race continues.
bisexual. You know what bi means?
Forgive me, guys. I told Fatal before the show I had to get out 15.
Hold on, Joe. Right before you leave, this is for you. Hold on, before you leave, this is perfect timing. Before you leave, this super chat is directed towards you right here. Can you read that, please, sir?
Tola fam, gonna buy my 12-year-old drunk's book. I need more stuff like that. I myself wrote a kid's book loosely based on my mom, RIP, in Samoa. We need to create more of these spaces. Press finish. Oh, Abu Nas, finish your book. Gotta go. Lifting session. Yeah, man.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
Thank you so
man.
much, brother.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
But thank you all for hanging.
Last word.
Krista Nova is really sick, and she was supposed to host something for her, and I have to take over for her at a certain time. At 11.
All right, brother.
So, much love to
Y'all
y'all.
make sure to buy that book.
And we should
much love.
Hopefully, I just want to leave. Hopefully, the next time we meet, we'll have an announcement about New York meetup. So
yes,
I got to get on that, and we'll get all that done. So I love y'all.
Love
y'all
you, brother.
There, Jay.
Yep.
Danny,
hey,
always good to see you, brother.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we about to wrap it up anyway. So, but
Yeah.
I
Yes, we
saw Lorena's avatar. You see how she looks, right? She looked like she ready. To
Oh
get
yeah,
some
I put it up.
She ready.
I said
She
Lorena
ready to take over.
She
ready to get disciples to bend them to her will. You ain't fooling me, Lorena. You ain't
Nope.
fooling me.
That's all right. I'm there to cause havoc and
Look at that
all
beautiful-
kinds
look
of
at that
mischief.
beautiful
It's an actual
sinister
RPG,
face.
right? So it's not like like you have to do like a inline story mode. It's you can kind of do side quests and all that kind of stuff on it. too.
Yeah.
That's
Because when
kinda-
I
like games like that.
Because
I
when
like
I
games
first started playing it, it was so good. First of all, the character creator, that's a black hole right there with how many options that you have.
Really? See, I like
for
that.
Faces,
I like that.
skin to. I spent like 20 minutes. I could have
She
went
said
for
20
way
minutes.
longer. 20 minutes trying
You
to
should've seen when I
create that.
played my shepherd.
I mean, it blows my mind with how they're doing that and all the options that you can do. But even starting to play the game, I kept falling behind because I'm too busy looking at everything and how stuff is just rendered. And there's certain parts of the story where even though the story is going on, you can still manipulate and look around. All I'm gonna say is, because I don't want to spoil it for folks, all I'm gonna say is Gringotts Bank, that whole scene literally is like the ride at Universal Orlando. I kid you not.
Wow.
Wow.
They really did their homework. And
real
one
quick,
of the
ladies and
best
gentlemen,
things-
Tournaments EST with the $5. It's no longer a long time ago in the galaxy far, far away. Now it's a slong time
Pause.
in your
God.
anus.
Wow.
Danny, why you here? Danny, now I myself can't get into Harry Potter. It's just nothing appeals to me. Now you said you've seen all the movies and read all the books.
I have. My little girl was into it. My youngest daughter. So I had to kind of read with her to keep up with it. And then we would go watch those movies together. And I kind of fell in love with it.
Nice.
Okay, well, Danny, what is it that appeal to you though? What is it that you like about
Well, I
it?
like the magical stuff. And like I heard Mark say, the werewolves and the vampires, that's right up my lane. I know I'm gonna get picked at, man, but I read all of the doggone Twilight books and movies. So hey.
Oh, you like Twilight, bro?
Bro, I'm not gonna
yeah.
front that Twilight when they were fighting the werewolves. I
The
like
book-
that joint, even
the
though I
books
didn't
are
watch
so,
it out of.
the books are so
Well-
much better. The movies are kind of but the books they go into so much more depth on the because I was Team Jacob. I like the werewolves.
I was just
Well,
going
it
to
was
ask
a
you. I know
big
you were
thing
team
with
one of them,
Twilight
right?
with the movies,
Yeah.
so I never watched it.
Werewolves was
Well,
fire in the
Jacob
book.
was the dog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the wolf. That man said
The
dog,
wolf.
but that,
He said dog.
I like I like the one where what was the one, Danny, when they was on that mountain and they were fighting the vampires, the werewolves?
You talking about Breaking Dawn?
That movie was fire, bro. But
That
trust
last
me,
fight-
I didn't watch that because I wanted to. I was dragged to watch.
Yeah, look, he trying to clean it up now.
Hey, when you got kids, man, you gotta kind of.
No,
Yeah,
it was
kinda
my
roll-
kid
well,
didn't want to see it.
The actually really proper movie that they made with werewolves and vampires is Underworld.
Yeah, now we talking.
Underworld was
Okay,
fire.
Underworld was fire. But after a while, they
think-
start falling off too with their movies, though.
No,
'Cause
they
then you got that mix of-
should have just stopped after the third movie.
I
After the
think
third
one that
movie,
flipped to the
agree.
crack too was Dracula Untold. You ever watched that one?
Yeah,
You
I
got-
actually
Dracula
kind of
Untold
like
was dope.
Yeah, I actually kind of like that one.
Underworld
That's
was the
old
one
boy.
with Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
In the
she
black
looked so
leather.
good in that cat suit.
Yep.
Woo-hoo.
Am I
Girl was
wrong
really
for
good.
this? I
Juicy,
used to confuse. I used to confuse Kate Beckinsale with the woman that's playing Wasp and Ant-Man. Am I?
No,
Bro, come on, bro.
Evangeline
Come
Lilly?
on,
Not
bro.
Cypher. That girl is a
Nah.
stick. I don't know what.
Yeah, cut that out, bro. Stop that. Stop that.
Stop the madness.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So you telling me they don't favor? They look like each other to me.
No, they don't, bro.
No, they don't, bro.
You
They really
dreaming,
don't.
you smoking,
Nah.
you doing something, but they don't look each other. They don't look like each other.
All right, man.
Now you know
Know
who
your
does
glasses,
look
bro.
kind of like her a little bit is Rona Mitra, because they actually casted her to be Celine. I mean, not to be Sonya in the prequel, Rise of the Lycans, because that was the whole reason why.
Oh, really?
Victor,
Okay.
Victor didn't. He kept Celine alive
Oh,
because
my
he
God.
reminded her
Victor-
so much.
Victor was
of-
the man.
Yo,
Victor is
Victor
the
was
type
my-
of vampire.
Yo.
I'll be like, yo, I want to join his team, man. That man is ruthless.
Yeah.
Ruthless.
He's like.
But D, this is what I always wondered. D, I know you're an Underworld fan. This is what I always wondered. Okay, they came out with Underworld 1 first, right?
Mm-hmm. Underworld
How
1
did
and 2.
they-
1 and 2,
Okay,
and then
but
they did Rise of the Lycans. Rise of the Lycans is a prequel.
It's the prequel. Okay,
Correct.
So that came out 2 years later. How the freak
Correct.
did they know in Underworld 1 they were gonna use the same actors for the prequel? That was crazy to me. You know what I'm talking
What
about
do
when
you
they
mean?
had the flashback? You remember
Oh, when
in
you talk about-
Underworld the first?
when they did
when they had
what-
the
that's-
flashback?
Yeah, but they hired them first. They had them first. That's why. Now the one who was different was Sonya. Sonya was not the same actress. That's what
Oh,
I'm
that
saying.
wasn't the same Sonya because that looked like her.
No, that was
Mitra
somebody
just-
different. Yeah.
Yeah, Rona Mitra.
Oh.
They hired Rona Mitra because she looked like Kate Beckinsale. She did look like her.
You know who
Because
I
that
was
the whole
really
point.
in love with? Amelia.
Amelia was
something
dope.
with
Yeah.
Amelia
When they
that
play
was
her
so
out,
bad.
though.
I
She got
know.
murdered,
I ain't like the way she went out either, but
Yeah,
for
they played
some
out.
reason, her and Victor clicked. And it
Yeah.
was almost like whenever Victor needed the equalizer, find Amelia. And Amelia came right there, like, I'm right here, Vic. I'm ready to regulate these clouds. Fucking love it.
But that
this
first
the last topic of the
vampire and
night.
that first wolf, them
Oh,
boys was bad too.
yeah, you talking about
Caminos, whatever.
Uh,
Carvino.
yeah.
Memes of destruction.
What
What up, memes? Real
William.
quick though, the
It was
memes
William.
discussion with the
Hey,
$5
memes.
super chat. Memes said, "Hi friends, I see how it is. I pop in and the Canadian bear flees. It's on the internet, so it's canon. Love, love." Man, I'm gonna tell y'all
Salute,
something real quick about memes. This man transformed his body. Pause, because he was watching the anime One Punch Man.
One Punch Man.
Punch Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually did that workout that Satama does and transformed
Yeah.
his body. My boy is on the Schwarzenegger level. man.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he got the clips on his channel. So if y'all trying to get ripped up like my boy Means, subscribe to Means channel. It blew
I
my
might have to
mind.
check it out, man. My journey has been a little bit on the slow side, but then again, I'm older. I got problems and issues, and
They got pills for that, bro.
yeah.
It was the Marcus.
Mark, you're horrible,
Marcus
man.
I love you, bro.
Horrible,
I love you.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming when you said that, bro. I was like, no, say that.
Oh man.
Last topic of the night,
love
because
you,
we
bro.
just get out of here. Thank y'all so much for sticking around. This is it right here. Disney.
Well, let's make this
Pop-up.
quick, man, because I got to get up at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we're gonna make it quick. We're gonna make it quick.
Yeah.
Disney to cut 7,000 jobs. Part of company's restructuring. CEO Bob Iger's announces. I'm just gonna read the first the few paragraphs. The Walt Disney Company will slash 7,000 jobs in an effort to cut costs and will be restructured into 3 core business segments. CEO Bob Iger revealed Wednesday during the company's first quarter earnings call. Iger said that the company will be restructured into 3 core business segments: Disney Entertainment, ESPN, and Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products. And that streaming will continue to be a focus for the company. Those changes will be implemented immediately. Last part I'm going to read. Across the company, Disney is hoping to cut $5.5 billion, of which $2 billion was expected to come from labor reductions, according to the call. An executive said the reductions will be about 50% marketing, 30% labor, and the rest will be in tech, procurement, and other areas. What y'all think about that?
You think they'll lay off Kathleen Kennedy?
Yeah,
No.
right.
He's doing that so he can get a bigger bonus. That's what he's doing.
Yep, that's what he's doing. He trying to please, because you know what happens. It's the same thing with most of these big corporations. You start getting bloat. I mean, I know it's a different topic, but look at what happened with Twitter. Elon went there and cut 75% of the force, and it runs smooth still. That's because there's a lot of bloat. I guarantee you those 7,000 jobs. Now, mind you, I don't want anybody to lose their jobs, just like I wouldn't want to lose my job.
Either.
But I'm just like, you got to know that if they're not making money because y'all making social statements instead of making movies.
Yeah, social media.
You gotta be in the back of your mind. Okay, this might not last long. It's not like you putting out something that's not like you are making insulin or nothing. You're making entertainment. So if your entertainment ain't selling, I'm just saying.
Better go to Plan B.
If I remember
Do y'all
correctly,
think it's because? Speak on it, Danny.
Then a couple episodes ago, Lorena and Drunk had a conversation. They were talking about how they were after Bob Iger's job. They were trying to do some kind of hostile takeover. Did I remember?
Yeah,
that
I remember that.
With the board or something
On the
like
board.
that.
He's trying to do this to appease them. So that means get rid of 7,000 people. He's going to do that to save his job. I don't think he's doing it to try to really cut no costs. I think he's trying to save his own job.
Well, plus,
what's up, Perry? Y'all make sure to subscribe to Perry.
Perry. Plus, Chapek had actually mentioned that they were going to start layoffs, and then people thought when Bob Iger came back that layoffs weren't going to happen. I'm like, oh yeah, they're going to happen. They're going to happen under his watch, because a lot of these layoffs are happening in the media division, if I remember what I read, correctly. Because you said, Disney Plus, they actually, they lost a lot of subscriptions, but at the same time, Disney Plus is nowhere near the level of Netflix, HBO Max, anything like that. So their entertainment offerings have not really been the best. And they're still carrying that debt over from buying Fox, from buying Star Wars.
Yes, I forgot about
they
that.
They are, they're a bloated company.
Sell it. That'll be one less headache. Sell it.
So
who would you want to see it go to, though, Abu?
Back to George Lucas. Order me.
I don't think you don't want it. I don't think George Lucas wants it.
He'll take it. Trust me, he'll take it.
Yeah, because when he talking so much noise behind the scenes, I know he is.
Yep.
Especially with that video
He'll
that
take
came
it.
out that wasn't supposed to come out.
If I have $5 billion, I'll buy it for $10 billion. $10 billion. And watch how fast I'll make that shit a profit.
Memes, I want to thank you so much. He said, P.S. don't check Twitter. Now, I'm checking Twitter. Let me blow you up. I don't think I had a chance
like
to.
that. Don't go on Twitter and like the curious kids we are. I'm going to go on Twitter and see what
we're going to check.
Twitter been tripping lately. Has Twitter been tripping on y'all in?
Yes.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Something is happening on Twitter. Something that I'm afraid about.
Yeah,
I might have to chill out with Twitter for a while.
The return of Trump. I'm back.
It might be. Let me blow you up, memes.
Time! Thomas is finished! We won't lose to someone who believes in nothing but himself! Ah! It's possible! This cannot be! Yeah!
said impossible. It cannot be. He drew a sword through your stomach, bruh.
Thank God
It's happening. I don't know. Anyway.
Abo, what you got for us?
Let's wrap this up, man. Get up out of here, man, because gotta go to work tomorrow.
Okay, Danny, real quick. Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to say? What's been on your mind, brother? We talked about the DCU Slate, Ant-Man. What you think? Real quick.
2 quick things. I want to apologize for not coming, but I got grandfather duty tonight. That's why I didn't show up. 'Cause I
we
would
understand,
definitely.
Good man.
Popping up with y'all, but I'm not too terribly excited about DCU lineup. Maybe it'll be better. Only thing that's really grabbing my attention is Batman, Brave and the Bold. I'm a Batman fan, and that the Batman 2, hopefully. Other stuff is not grabbing my attention, but I hope.
Because Daddy, you were real big on Static. You really enjoyed it, huh?
Oh yeah. Talk about
dude. Danny keeps an open mind for everything. For him to say he's not excited about this means a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
The lineup I just wasn't. I didn't see nothing.
I mean, I wasn't feeling it either. So the only thing I was curious about is Lanterns. That's about it.
I'm interested in the next 2 movies coming up. Next Thursday, I'm going to see Quantumanium. I'm hearing that's pretty good. I want to see Creed 3. I think that's pretty good. And I am dying to see Transformers Beast Wars because that was my favorite Transformers.
Yeah, I forgot about Beast Wars too. Yeah,
I know you're gonna watch that one.
You know I'm gonna see that.
I'm going to see that.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate it. Man, you'll be back on plenty more. Abu, thank you so much. And yes, sir.
All right. What a show. Now,
I'm like drunk. What if it wasn't?
You know what? Dark Council. No, stop it. I'm improvising. No. All right. Well, we hope every one of you guys and gals in the chat had a great time with us tonight as we had a blast entertaining you all with all the pop culture news, silliness, and everything else in between.
What if there was nobody in the chat?
As you know, we finally come to the end of the road. So let's pack our things up. Get ready to shut off the lights. It's getting late. Everybody got to go to work tomorrow, including yours truly. So without further ado, let's get it cracking. This joint is pretty much going to be one of my favorites. And fun fact.
Your hottest one was that Michael Jackson.
Wait a minute. Fun fact. The music that you hear, I made that specifically for a chapter in my novel. And it's a battle between 4 knights. So the Dark Council is brought to you by the Good Tires of Goodrich. I said this before and I'll say it again. You need tires to get away quick? Goodrich is for you. Let's do it. It's the end of the show and it's time to leave. We'll be back again once again. Yeah, you see, we had a lot of fun, but the fun time is done. We gotta shut it down. Dark Council's on the run. Tears in your eyes, you say, you coming back? Donna sell our SE, oh my God, that's a fact. Ends justify the means, so dial it back. When we get back home, we gon' plan the attack. Won't rush the show like it was a tasty snack. Hold that shit down and we'll be back on the map. Resurrect that shit cause you're all getting hit with that sexy shit that you cannot resist. Fire in the building, oh my God, gives me chills. Easy does it breaking cause y'all keeps it real. Master your senses, you'll master your form. Always feeling strong, that should now be reborn. Let me tell you something. The Dark Council will be back, taking suckers off the map. Let me tell you something. The Dark Council will be back. Now that's what I'm talking about. Let me tell you something. The Dark Council will be back, taking these suckers off the map. Let me tell you something. The Dark Council will be back. Now that's what I'm talking about. Pray for me, my man, but always keep it grand. Travel to Japan to teach the Dark Council dance. Bask in the glory with the Dark Council squad. Resurrect the soul of all of those that's involved. Never waste your time with all those that can't find themselves who gon' need help in order to go shine. The world needs a hero and you know how that go. The Dark Council, baby, when we rock the show. The dawn is a law. I did this since day one. Everything I do it all for fun. The 6-man team, supreme in the regime. On Wednesday night, we're gonna blaze up the scene. The cream of the crop, praise God will never stop. Watch your ass so hard, you're gonna run gold the tops. That's the price you pay for running off your mouth. Next time, keep it moving. You don't got that clout.
Let me tell you something.
The Dog Council will be back. Taking suckers off the map.
Let me tell you something.
The Dog Council will be back.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Let me tell you something.
The Dog Council will be back. Taking these suckers off the map.
Let me tell you something.
The Dog Council will be back.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
We gotta get up out of here. Yeah, you know what's up. The doors will be closed and you're all gonna be stuck. Everyone up in here will not be prepared. Lorena Creole told us there was nothing to fear. Drunk 3DO, you know he's out of here. Fatal J came through, but then he disappeared. Lord Callis got a disciple in the rear. Walk with us, he got these clowns running scared. The Majanai up in here with no fear. The brother Abu Nas is the one that don't share. We always steal the show with everything that we know. The best thing for you to do is slow up your roll. Maybe one day you'll be that man in command. Rocking live shows, meeting all of these fans. But don't hold your breath because the Dark Council's here. I'll see you all soon, time for us to disappear.
Let me tell you something.
The Dark Council will be back, taking all these suckers off the map.
Let me tell you something.
The Dog Council will be back.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Let me tell you something.
The Dog Council will be back, taking these suckers off the map.
Let me tell you something.
The Dog Council will be back.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Let me tell you something.
Once again, we'll be back.
We'll be back, everybody.
Off the map.
Let me tell you something.
The Dog Council will be back.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Let me tell you something.
The Dog Council will be back, taking these suckers off the map.
Let me tell you something.
The Dog Council will be back.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Let's go. Best show on YouTube. We ain't gonna stop. We never gonna stop. We'll be back. You're gonna get the good shit whenever we appear. I promise you all, there is nothing to fear. On YouTubers, fuck your head real good. You need to hear the gospel coming straight out the hood. Love to see clowns having Twitter meltdowns. Running them at rappers and as stupid as they sound. Trying to act like they can really break it down. We get up in their ass and run them right out of town. Living our best life like you don't even know. Haters and the beta, time for you to go. The crew that I rock with is always in control. We're everywhere, son, but we chillin' on the low. When your ass fucked up, that's when we appear. Demons in the rear have your bitches running scared. You ain't toxic like us, so shut the hell up. Dark Council, baby, fuck you, pay us. Let's go. Haha. You know what this is. The best in the best. Ain't gonna be another crew like us.
You're damn right.
So enjoy us until we give up. So let's go. We'll be back. Taking these suckers on the map. Once again, the Dark Council is brought to you by the Good Times of Goodrich. I've said it before and I'll say it again. When you need a quick getaway, Goodrich is the Times video.
Oh, God. I'm its pitch man. I'm sorry.
You muted, Fatal.
He said, fuck them tires.
I want to thank everybody for coming out to the show. Please support Drunk 3PO's book that's coming out February 18th on Indiegogo. I want to thank everybody for the super chat love. For the people that didn't send super chats, all I ask you to do is smash the like button. It's absolutely free. It don't cost you a thing. Thank y'all so much. Thank you for my panelists. Thank you so much, Daddy, for coming on the show. Dark Council forever. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Guess what, ladies and gentlemen?
Well, that's a very sweet thought of both of you gentlemen, but I really don't see it. Until now. See you guys in the emergency room, huh?
Hello, pretty lady. Tell me something. What's a beautiful broad like you doing with a malaka like this, huh?
It's purely sexual.
No shit.
She's into malakas.